It is time, baby. Hello. It's the world's 2024 quarterfinals, and it's so much fun. I'm so excited to get into the knockouts. I'm Box Kimchi. This is the Kimchi Cast, and to kick off our 7 best of 5 playoffs, we got Weibo Gaming, we got LNG in an LPL Civil War. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be so fun. These two teams have played each other in every single split, whether it's in the group stage of the LPL or the reformatted summer split or the playoffs. They've met in 3 best of 5s this year. Weibo Gaming take the first one 3-2 to deny LNG a shot at top cut. They would get swept by JDG to miss top cut anyways. Then the most the most well-known of the 3 matches that constantly comes up, Weibo Gaming, in spite of the odds, 3-2 LNG en route to their LPL Finals, as a lot of people thought it should have been LNG versus Top Esports for that seed, but Weibo Gaming pulled off the 2 upsets in a row, and then the weirdest of them all, despite winning both best of 5s, LNG 3-0'd them in the regional finals to take the 3rd seed. And that's the most recent matchup we have of these two teams. Obviously, it's been a bit of a back and forth. I mean, what was the regular? It was obviously, although, did LNG lose to FP? Anyways, LNG won 2-1 in the regular season and then took down. I mean, they've won both of the regular season meetings, really, so this is kind of odd that they keep meeting. And thing that ties it all together is they switched junglers at the end of last year. Tarzan and Weiwei basically flipped sides. So, I mean, there's so many through lines here. Gala and Xiaohu, former teammates, obviously, on RNG, on those very successful RNG teams at MSI. So many things going through here, but the hyper focus on Scout getting banned out. No Yone, no Aurora, obviously, but I was gonna say Skarner, but Silas and Nico taken away from Scout. Then Rumble and Ezreal being the focuses, and it will be the Skarner lock-in. Pretty consensus best champion to take now that the Aurora and Yone are going to be priority, and Nocturne requires a red side or B2 commitment, either to be on red side or to be a bit late on your jungle lock-in, and also to give over Skarner, obviously. Zika go for Jax. We've seen a bit of success with the Jax first pick in response, but it will be Scouts already locked in first. Now, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm way out of frame. Down a little. But Renekton going to be blinded here by Zika. Okay, don't love that. Not a big fan of that one. Sorry, it's early once again. It's cold and I'm tired. I don't know. I have not seen. There's not been a lot of Ezreal bans, if you can imagine. That's gonna be Ashe locked in for light. It's been an underwhelming champion, to say the least. Not nearly as dominant as a lot of people are expecting, especially from the form coming in Summer Split. What was it in Summer Split? It was like just permabanned, obviously. Ashe was permabanned. Orianna gonna be the lock in here, so they have a pretty good combo with the Skarner. What are they gonna follow? I'm not picking that. That's been nerfed out. That is nerfed out, by the way. But I mean, Ashe has gone from a 54% win rate in almost 400 games to 50, not even 50%. Nocturne going to be the lock in here alongside the Ahri, really. I thought they would have committed to the Vi. It just really Nocturne pairs well with Ahri as well. I think Vi is a bit more brute force, and that solves a lot more problems at times, especially with the Renekton, actually. You can do quite a lot with a Vi. But not going to go for it. Okay. Braum going to be taken away. Braum Ashe is about one of the most frustrating lanes you could play in League of Legends by a lot. Ashe Seraphine also up there, but pro players don't like the Ashe combo where you could just Q and then permaslow with Braum Q. Oh, it's brutal. Jack's going to be taken away now. High priority top laner. And would be pretty nice to have into the Renekton, denying him the stun and the... No, wouldn't deny the armor shred. I'm thinking of a different champion. Thinking of probably Rel. The lockdown from Renekton to deny that opportunity would be pretty strong. Not going to get it. They're probably looking at... Ooh, are they looking at Kasande? You're always looking at Kasande, but... Oh, I don't love that lock-in. Ooh, that would be an interesting way to go about things, is they wouldn't be able to snipe her Nami if you do want to go for a Nami here, but Gala gonna commit to the Jhin. Someone's got to kill Skarner. They better hope that this is a very fed Renekton and a very fed Nocturne. As Jhin famous for his not damage to tanks. And they need some bulk as well, actually. Hong's going to be on the engage. Just depends on where he wants to go with it. It's going to be the Gnar for Weibo Gaming in the top side. Or on the top lane, not even top side. Breathe. Everyone's played Gnar a million times. I don't even... It's not worth even talking about Gnar experience. It's Gnar. It's Gunnar. And Rel going to be the lock-in. They want more of that hard group up engage. Oh, Rakan a bit more of a flexible support than the Rel. As the obvious shielding is kind of like a tanky enchanter, basically. An enchanter with extra steps. And which engage champ does Hong want? He has, I mean, he's already hovered 3 of them. Has the Alistar as well. I don't know if he wants that right now. He probably wants the... Okay, gonna go with the Rel. Wants that for the opportunity to just jump onto a Rakan. Also dive the back line, set everybody up for a big... I guess you can't really set it up for big... See, if they got the Orianna, they would be setting it up for a big Nocturne combo, obviously. But not going to be the case. Really just gonna set it all up for Scout and Zika to do a lot of damage at least. Scout, you're just gonna be able to throw something in there. Throw all his spells in there. Zika gonna be able to just fly in there. Don't know if I love this combo. Gonna be a strong bot lane, I will say that. If he can connect these Qs, it's gonna be a pretty strong bot side. And a pretty tough bot lane to beat, all things considered, but Weibo, they just need to find the consistent damage. That's the only thing they have, but I need to see them execute it, is I just need Weibo to set up the follow-up to the burst. Because they can hit a Skarner ulti or Skarner ulti into Ori ulti or whatever they want to hit, but I just need to see them follow it up. Because that's really all that's going to be different, or that's really going to be the difference maker in this game, is can Weibo execute? Because if not, LNG will be able to just outlast them in any fight, pretty much. Rel, I mean, Jhin does consistent damage, so it's Rel, it is a Renekton, it is a Jhin. Eventually, they're going to wear you down if you don't execute your team fights as you need to, as you are relying on the Gnar and the Gnar and the Ashe for damage here in repeated or in elongated fights. LNG are relying on Jhin, Ahri, and Renekton, so it's going to take a lot longer for most of them, except for Renekton. Renekton's really the most consistent damage they have. So we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. Yahoo and Scout. These guys have seen each other so many times. It's not even like entertaining. Actually, while we're in the downtime, I do want to. It's so weird to hear Scout talk about 2015. Because he was, I don't think he was with the team apparently. He was with SKT at the time. He was on tryout. And they, I don't know if he went with them to Worlds. Apparently he did, but Scout was there, and the first pro team he ever signed with, he saw the most dominant run in Worlds history as Lane Swap comes through. Zika's just gonna have to leave here. They're not gonna chase him down, but wow, 58 and 54 wins apiece. 100 and what? 14th game between them? I'm not mistaken. That's how. No, 112. I don't know. 113th, 54. Zika's here to catch some XP as well. He needs to teleport top lane, so Tarzan gonna make this a vertical situation. I will see Breathe teleport to the top side as well in a little bit. Actually, we're probably gonna see Zika continue to path downwards. Okay, yeah. This is an interesting angle to the lane swap, as we're going to see this turret take a lot of damage. This is 3 people hitting onto it, and Weiwei is just gonna sit here and be a problem, as they're gonna drop a lot of XP right now, and they're teleporting down the Gnar. He's mega. He's gonna hit a triple wallop, and here's Tarzan actually. So this dive can go horribly wrong, but that's gonna be the lockdown on a Crisp. Crisp able to jump out, but it's gonna be first blood going through with the Q. Oh my goodness, what a dark. I don't even know what that's called. I played Nocturne. I don't know what that. I played Nocturne recently, and I don't know what that's called. We're gonna have a pause coming through here. Wow. Okay. Fireworks. Just fireworks. But off of that, they go for the dive. They land the wallop, but there's no pressure for them to go in Dusk. That's called Duskbringer? Nocturne's ability. At times. But so much damage coming through from LNG early. The thing is, Weibo are relying on just Gnar for damage at that moment in time, because Tarzan's not going to do any damage. He's Skarner. His most damage is going to be the rock, because it does max percent max health damage, because we need more percent max health damage in the world. Why not? Why doesn't Skarner have a poke? Why shouldn't Skarner have a long range poke tool, or a mid range poke tool even, that does percent max health damage? Because why not? Ever top div. There is not even okay, but whatever. And then even with the added protection there, it is still a Rakan. It is still a a Gnar and a Skarner. There is no damage coming through. And LNG have a really good early game comp, actually. Like, Nocturne does a lot of damage. For those not in the know, like, early game Nocturne does a surprising amount of damage for 0 items. He has a really strong passive that not only heals him, but does bonus damage, or adds damage to his auto attacks every 12 seconds, reduced by auto attack or something like that. Doesn't have the attack speed to proc it a ton against not champions, or against champions consistently, but he's beaten Crisp to death and gets the kill with the Duskbringer, so what do I know? Who's out on top? Jin, obviously, held for it, or did not hold for it. Shot went for the plating. And then Rel, you're not going to get through a Rel without damage. Just Hong is legitimately immortal here. I don't think Hong is going to die once we unpause, if it's determined it's not a bug. I don't know what the bug could possibly be. I'm not going to be surprised if it is Crisp dying. It did not seem Crisp should die to the Duskbringer, but It could be legitimately everything. Anything. Like, there are 7 people in a fight at 2 minutes, so. These two teams have seen quite more than enough of each other, having met in the playoffs the only thing that would have made them meet more was if they met in the upper bracket instead and then had a rematch later on. Oh, ready? Ready checks coming through. Hold on. Peripheral. Okay, peripheral issues. Always good to see. I thought that Rakan took a lot more damage than probably should have. Just don't think Duskbeard does that much damage early game, but just also doesn't really have a health bar at this point of the game. It's level 2, is a level 2 Rakan, so I'm not really. I should not be surprised, I should say, that it just. Oh, Gala has fallen apparently on top of it. As now the damage coming through from Breathe, but that's going to be Hong picking up Tarzan, and Weiwei has to run away. He has the hyper stacks on him. And 2 for 2. That is going to be a very happy Nars. That is going to be a very happy. A very happy Tarzan. Not going to go through with that one. Nocturne's going to be more than okay with picking up some more kills. Zika is just going to get zoned off. Yeah, this is a pain. That is brutal. Just going to see them continue this lane for a little bit as they already get the plating. And then nice wall up. Good boulder as well. And then jumping in gets. Oh my goodness. Gala's just getting shredded there by Breathe and Tarzan. Tarzan does % health damage because, of course, he does. And then Zika so low. And Weiwei has the damage at this point. To kill them, just doesn't have the health bar. As it's a 3-man top lane. Zika just getting zoned off here. 2 CS. And he's not going to be catching much more. That's so much. Oh, it's so much XP. Just going to waste. And Zika already had a teleport up to top side. And then got completely zoned. The LNG can't really afford to unswap the lanes right now. Just because of where Gala's wave is. And with the threat of Tarzan and Crisp up in the top side, there's just no chance they unswap these. As Meganar coming through, they're just going to go grab some platings as Breathe should be able to farm consistently. Zika is walking too far forwards. There's nothing he can do here. He's going to fall. It's Tarzan picking up the 3rd kill for Weibo Gaming. And he made a brutal mistake thinking he can even try to walk up. As it's going to be the unswap coming through for Weibo here. They've given over a lot of platings, though. Gala is getting very strong. No plates for LNG, or for Weibo here, somehow. They mostly focused on denying Zika. As Breathe, level 5. Zika's level 2. He just hit level 3. He'll have catch-up XP, but he's going to be behind for quite a while, especially in gold. He is very, very behind. Shocker, I know. He's still going to get the jump on a Breathe, but look how little damage he's doing. The plated steel cap's finished for Breathe. He is just not doing anything. That was an actual, like, that was a depressing amount of damage coming out from Zika there. I've never seen an early game Renekton do damage on a trade. But that's the plated steel cap's difference. As Tarzan is up here, they're going to threaten the jump onto him. He has the drive, so he's going to be fine. Breathe is going mega, so something there. As there's the sun connecting on to Breathe, the charm follow-up, and Zika's going to get his kill back. And there is LNG just using pure numbers advantage and, I mean, raw, just mechanical outplay. Breathe didn't have time to flash the Q flash from Hong. As Going forwards, he's gonna stun up Tarzan. Crisp gonna hit onto the spell shield of Weiwei as it's 4v4. Shockwave connects onto Han. Good flash away from Weiwei, but now Scout has the ultimate and he's gonna start chasing down with Zika. Light cannot cleanse away from it all. It's 1, it's 2 for LNG. And this is still all for a grub. We're still going. As Breathe is getting beat up by Scout. Nice charm onto Crisp. Good root as well to make sure that there's no grand entrance. And LNG keep this one going. 3 kills on that play, and they lead by a lot. It's almost, I mean, it's already at 1.3, a 1,300 gold lead. Scout, oh my god, Scout and Zika did so well there, but Hung, this guy is just in there. He is down Weibo's throats right now. Been involved in, I believe, every single kill in the game. He's eating so much damage as well. And with the shockwave gone, oh, just can't cleanse all of it in time. He gets like triple CC'd there, but with the shockwave gone, LNG know they can just run forwards with no threat of getting bursted down. They will get 2 grubs. Third one still to be determined. But Zika is in the gold lead now. Zika is still massively behind in XP, but he has gone from 500 gold down to 200 in the lead. 2 kills and 3 assists on this one. He's also died twice. He's been busy. Tarzan should be able to steal this. He has Q. Smite. Gala's here. I don't think there's an opportunity for him to kill yet. There will be a point in time where Jin can do that. Now is not that time. He has Swifties and Rectrix. Rectrix. I think there's a C in there. Even with Thrish, I mean, it's going to take like 2 items. Jin, notable 2 items champion. Wait, getting pressured off here, but he's going to get the smite. As they're going to get onto Crisp, the root connects. Oh, we have the darkness available. It's time to turn the lights out if you're Nocturne, as Breathe going to get the jump onto Zika. Has the Gnar. And no dominance from Zika means it's a solo bolo for Breathe. And Drake started. Tarzan can go absolutely nuts here, as they're gonna say screw the Drake, we're just gonna jump in onto your mid laner, and Xiaohu falls to Scout. Curtains have opened. He's hitting a lot of these shots. He's gonna hit all of them onto Tarzan, and now Hong has the re-engage. He's gonna land it onto Crisp. Stun connects onto Tarzan. Tarzan flashing forwards. Hong, Magnet Storm. Nice charm by Scout, but it's not gonna be enough. Hong falls to Tarzan. Wait. Is he gonna be next on the list? There's a potential for a play there, but LNG opt out to get kills. It's a 2-for-1. Nope. Crisp survived 1-for-1, actually. In exchange for the Drake, they could have smited the Drake. Oh, Weiwei didn't have smite, did he? Weiwei didn't have smite. He said we're going for kill. Okay. They knew that. I mean, yeah, just fair to assume Tarzan wasn't going to miss the smite, then to assume that you're going to get his smite out and win the follow-up there. So, yeah, fair enough. Hong does have to give his life. And, ooh, they did not get to abuse that. Light did not have cleanse. He still doesn't have it for a little bit longer, but not quite really capitalizable. Anyway, yeah, cleanse is up. It's going to take a lot to top this. It's going to take a bit to get Light to burn those again, especially with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow back up. Little bit of an effort. Okay. Oh, Companion finished already? Holy. Let's go. I assume Zhao is going to go for Companion. Tarzan going to finish out this last grub. It's been a little bit since we've had the grubs. Do we have another grub spawn? No. Only going to have 3. Zik is getting absolutely ass blasted. Yeah, say in the business. Two levels down. It is not a fun time. Gala gonna dodge away from the Enchant Crystal Arrow. Light's core line of defense is down. That's not good. And Zika gonna go forwards out of Breathe. Breathe just gonna chunk him for half his health bar. Gonna be a little. It's gonna be a long while before Zika's relevant again in this game. Lowest earning member, not that isn't a support. He is the lowest level member, almost including supports. Zika is just not going to be a factor for a while. He's gonna need all the items, all the XP to become relevant again. I mean, 600 gold down, 30 CS behind right now. There's just nothing. Bro got lane swamped on and absolutely bullied in that lane swap. We've seen some. We've seen playable lane swaps and we've seen Zika's lane swap today. This is insufferable lane swaps to say the least. Oh, they're gonna lane swap Zika back down. I mean, there's no safe lane swap anymore. Breathe is so fed. Wait, just want to jump onto him. He will. There's the hop connecting. Flash forced out of Breathe. And we're going to get the darkness on him. The Marmus, as our favorite prehistoric Yorda would put it. Hung should be able to get this ward. Yes, sir. Support. Moment. Fight for the wards. That is not Celestial. Okay, that was Celestial on Crisp, not on. Herald started. Is it going to be a Rift Herald commit from either side, though? It should be from Weibo. They have quite the advantage if they want to go for this. Yeah. Gnar is a problem. Zhao Hu going to match into Zika for now. Hung is hanging around. Gala is up here as well, having to clear out these waves. Yeah, there's no chance. They spot out Weiwei. There's just no chance they go for this. Weiwei gonna get chunked down. Gonna lay the line in the sand as the Rift Herald goes down to Weibo Gaming. Oh, Zika's gonna get something. First turret. Zika is thriving. It will be the Drake Herald trade. You could change the objectives. Yeah, it won't change the fact that Drakes will be traded for them. Arsene can make it here. Arsene can make it. Question is, who might fight? Gonna win the smite fight? No one. They're just gonna have to let it go. Zika took his base, and that means there's no pressure in the bot lane right now. So, Weibo Gaming are going to be able to not only pressure way off of the dragon, but they're also going to be able to go for it themselves as Crisp getting locked down. Nice quickness, but it's into Weiwei spell shield. The root follows it up. There's no damage in the area, no threat of an engage. Weibo Gaming will have a 2-0 Drake lead to start off this series. Hung was hanging around topside, covering Scout here. And that means that there's just really not a play that LNG can make on any side of the map. Because Zika's super weak right now. And he can't go forwards into almost anybody. And Weiwei and Gala Weiwei and Gala obviously aren't going to be frontlining anytime soon. I guess technically Weiwei could frontline, but it doesn't really count if you die during it. Item-wise, everyone's pretty much, not even everyone, just Or not pretty much. Just everyone's on first item. Supports working towards locket. That is that is just how econing in pro. Econ, you think your supports in solo queue are under leveled as Tarzan, getting the jump onto Scout. Nice charm. Fearless from Scout. Is the teleport coming in from Zika right now? They are getting wrapped around on. They're getting collapsed on here. And now the teleport coming in. Zika going to be able to dash away. And they're going to get TP for TP here. Breathe. LNG keeping this one safe. Breathe knows Zika's up here. He's concerned. He's aware. Rift Herald's going to be dropped in the mid lane. Not going to be able to grab this turret, but they will grab a pretty nice amount of its health bar. Oh, Zika out of position, and there's the Impale coming through, and now has to dash away, forces the flash. And that is turret gone, and they're going to turn their eyes to the tier 1s in mid lane. Not looking to the tier 1 and bot lane. They're actually looking to cover their bot lane as Weibo and Hong. Hold on. Can they go a goofy play here? Oh, arrow going to connect. There's the shockwave follow-up, and Weiwei's here, so no. What? How does he hit the charm? Not much else going to come of it. It's going to be the tier 1 in top lane and some ultis on the side of Weibo Gaming in the bot lane. LNG are... It's a mix of they're chilling, but also they're panicking. They need to panic or be panicked. They have a mega weak Renekton. Just forced to Dominus right there. Look at that. Oh. Oh, no. He just... Yeah. It's more... Just how easy it is to force this Renekton into a disadvantaged position is so... It's just nuts. This is a brutal game to trail in 600 gold, and that's just amplified. The raw stats still aren't there for Zika. He's still a whole level down. He's still going to be 2 levels down on Breathe, which is the most damning part of it all, because it would at least be okay if he was even, if he was just down 400 gold, but no, he's down 400 gold and base stats, which is the problem, to put it lightly. Crisp, not going to get 4-shot. Not going to get engaged on by all of LNG. Some reason. Can't imagine why. As we are still pretty much dead even in gold. It's been a slight gold lead for LNG for quite a while. But it's finally coming out to a slight gold lead for Weibo. So nothing's really. Zika is currently getting beat down by Breathe. Is just gonna keep putting the pressure down. Zika just needs to deal with it. As almost half of the turret gone already. And Breathe is just really strong right now as well. Just have to consider the fact he is very, very strong. And then just the ability to harass from range makes this very difficult for Zika to play around. Is there a team fight angle for LNG here? They have the teleport on Zika. They already have pretty much every member positioned around here. It's just going to be on the top laners coming in. Light should be able to finish off this nope, Crisp able to, or not Crisp, Gal able to clear out this wave just fast enough. Hong running away from the river as Weibo Gaming at full control of it. Scout unspotted. gonna instead go to the bot side, keep putting the pressure on there. Is Weibo have full control of this river. Scout doesn't have that flank angle right now. Xiaohu's spotting them out still. Using the ball. Aggressively, Shockwave connects only onto Weiwei's shield. As the arrow connects onto Hong. Hong is gone. And now Breathe coming in. Gala forced to flash away already. As there's the cleanse coming in. And now Breathe can lock him down, but the lights go out. No Shockwave available. And that means that it's time for the curtains to open. Xiaohu falls to Gala. Crisp needs to stay out of the firing range, or else he's going to be the next one to fall. Breathe thought about it, but he's not going to be able to commit onto Scout. That's going to be a Sterax popped. Weiwei has the spell shield. Is he going to be able to survive, though? Flash follow. The Impale is here. Light finds one more. And now teleports coming in from LNG. Zika, Scout will return to the fight. Zika, is this your moment to shine? He's going to find one. And he's got the shield now. And Hong going in onto Tarzan. And that means the follow-up. The return fight from LNG is so much stronger. It's 3 for 2, 3 for 1, something in that range. Yeah, Zika didn't die, so it's a 3 for 1 actually. Hong lived that. No, Hong died and came back. 3 for 2. The soul point for Weibo is so big there. It's still 1 level down for Zika, but that was so important in getting this play back. It's almost a 2,500 gold lead for LNG now. Or 1,500, sorry. Can't count. Xiaohu doesn't hit a thing with the shockwave, and that's going to go back to bite them. But for now, Hong gets absolutely bodied. And how does Gala live? Crisp trying to salvage this play. The cleanse on nothing. Stun doesn't connect. And then just way forwards. Xiaohu way forwards, gets hit by the paranoia. And then Gala just able to fire onto him. Gala also just pushing players towards Scout. Scout has a lot of damage there. Sterax is down on Breathe, which is super important because he would probably play a lot. You'd definitely be trying to get this kill here if he was a Steraxed up Gnar, but he's not. He's very low. Tarzan trying to at least grab one in response, but he's way forwards. And that means that LNG are going to be able to finish him off in a 4v1. And it is very, very dangerous for Weibo Gaming now. Crisp going for a ward. And no one's going to fight. As Crisp and Hong are going at it. As there's the jump in. And that's just going to mean Weiwei and Scout are going in. Why are they going in on Hong? Because that Scout on a killing spree. It's a double for Scout. The Impale is huge. Is it going to be enough, though? Weiwei will fall. Scout is running away as the drive onto Zika. It's going to be one more for him as he's finally going to be online in this game. Dominance forced out as Zhao with so much damage. Breathe about to go mega. Can he get anything? He's going to get stunned up. There's the disengage from Hong. He's going to dodge the root. The Bulger finds no one. It is 3 for 2 once again. And it's LNG continuing to find wins. And now Zik is getting more and more involved. They try to jump in onto Hong. They know that they can win if they just get him out. But he's so bulky. Stun connects. He's still so healthy. And then he's going to get this crash down. And now we have to peel back because Light's getting destroyed right now. Light's getting absolutely deleted. And then Zika coming in from behind here actually does mean Tarzan gets him locked down. Zika is going to be able to survive, though. Is it 3 for 1? Hung didn't die? I thought someone else died. I swear someone else is grayed out. But that might have just been the... That's just Jin's picture. Okay. It's a 3 for 1 there. My bad. And now a 2,000 gold lead for LNG, the largest of the game so far. It's a 1 minute till Drake. It's still a minute till Drake. LNG need to fight for this dragon. It's just so many fight wins in a row right now for LNG. 2 fight wins in a row when we haven't had nearly that many. It is, oh my goodness, and Scout, so big right here in this game. 4-0-4, 2 items. He's not super far ahead. He's 1,001K. Scout guy is really good. Gal is ahead by a little bit. Zik is actually ahead in gold, behind an XP still. Really needs it. It is a work in progress to get this XP even, as they don't know. They're going to lose the Drake Soul. It's going to be the Baron for Weibo. Drake not even going to be lost here. LNG are going to try and get a catch out here onto Crisp. And now going in onto Tarzan. They need to find someone here because they just lost everything. LNG get nothing. They postured Drake for the longest time, and it just looked like it was going to be a Baron for Drake because Weibo can make that trade right now. But they started now, and Weibo are going to stop resets. It's going to be a tier 2. What was the play from LNG there? Just, what? The heck was the play there? They lose the tier 2 in bot, or in top lane, and the Baron for nothing. They get the Drake eventually, but it is such a delayed Drake that it doesn't even feel like it's just an extension of the game more than it was an extension of the play. But that's just an overall thing that happened. Now, Scout continues to be the problem here. 3 items on this Ahri. Does have staring down an arm guard. It's not even a freaking stopwatch. The arm guard on the other side. As tier 1 in bot lane finally taken down by Breathe. And Weibo finally are in the advantaged position, or are finally going to be able to use their advantage for more than just laning. As they should be able to just fully exhibit force across the map and put this pressure down. And that's going to be all the tier 2s, or well, not all of them, but that's the side lanes down up to the base. 2 cannons. This is going to be a problem. LNG just don't seem to have a play. Zika. And Hong drawing pressure. Hong going to get locked down, but there's just no follow-up there. Zik is standing here in case Tarzan thinks about it. And its cannons are destroying. They're so strong. Look at the damage. That's all the minions' work coming to fruition. And Hong is really making a flank here. He's still on vision, and now they're just going to try and get the jump here. There's no Tarzan. Maybe this is the angle they want, but Weiwei's getting shredded. And he's going to fall to light already. Nice magnet storm, but it's going to be denied by the shockwave. 3-man shockwave gives light the triple, and it's a 4-0. And Weibo Gaming have eyes on the base. They want to finish this one. They've 3-2'd them before. They had to go and settle for the 3-0. Getting swept aside, and they were not happy about it. Weibo Gaming cruise in game number 1 as they roll over LNG. Oh my goodness. Weibo Gaming make it look easy in game number 1. They get the lane swap. They get pretty much everything off of that. They almost throw, but they get the Drake Soul, most importantly. Weibo give them, or not even the Drake Soul, but Weibo give LNG just hand over the pressure. all the pressure that they built up was dissipated when they gave over the Baron in exchange for nothing and then just had to deal with the base. And now LNG down a game in a series that you should be winning. They will take their first loss of the tournament, and Weibo aren't even like, they're not even phased. This is just another day at the office for them. They've been battling for their lives for this entire tournament, and this is no different. Weibo lead 1-0 entering game 2, but it's a best of 5, so it ain't match point just yet. But will Weibo put that match point pressure on LNG, or will we see a response from the formerly undefeated team at the World Championships? We'll have to see. They lost 2, or they won 2-1, didn't they? Nope, 4-0. They were 4-0 entering this match, so we'll have to see if LNG can come up with an answer, or Weibo go to match point. I'll see you for game number 2. It's time for game number 2. Weibo lead LNG 1-0. And oh, there we go. Skarner and Kalista gonna be taken away. Okay, Kalista gonna get banned away from Light here. Ah. Yeah, Skarner was a bit of a problem for LNG last game. So Rumble once again taken away from LNG, but are they gonna pivot? It's gonna be Nico. Okay, so this is gonna be a trade. At best, going to be a trade. At worst, disaster from Weibo if they don't know how to ban this. As they should just let this go, right? They're gonna just let this go. You can trade them. That. Oh, that's fine actually. Yeah. Wait, freaking thing. I need to get curtains. I know. So we can. All right, they're gonna take the Yone. So this means that Wave will get their hands on the Aurora. That's, but it will be the Aurora. Shocker, I know. But what's the follow-up going to be? It'd be the Ashe once again. Light had a very good game of it. He picked up a triple kill at that last play, so yeah. Makes sense. Jackson said going to be the follow-up lock-ins. Very good play, or very good drafts. Well, I'll see if the other side's a very good draft, but very good first half from LNG at least. Getting the, obviously, double melees for the Sejuani to be paired with is a big deal. And they could just respond to the Jax with the Cassante, see what they could do to try and put him behind. And they will respond with the Cassante. Alright. Bot lane, and I mean, still need a jungler. Unless maybe Aurora jungle. Who knows? Aurora jungle. Cassante jungle. Who knows? Damn, this place empty. But how is he going to be the first ban away from Gala? I mean, there's so many ADCs you have to worry about if you are playing into Gala. Going to be Braum taken away again from Crisp. No Ashe Braum allowed. I'm expecting another ADC ban here from Weibo. Just thinking that you could say it's fine for the support and just focus on that. But they're going to get rid of Hung's Rakan first. Okay. Then do they want to go for jungle? What do they even... I mean, there's a lot to worry about. Maokai. Maybe Wukong. I don't see it with this comp, but you could do Wukong here. We've seen a bit of it paired with the Aurora. Since the circle comp goes really well and you can cover most of the between worlds. It's going to be the Poppy taken away from Crisp, though. So triple support bans to round out this draft. And Weibo should just say support counter pick. Why would they be stupid and get rid of it? Or just throw it away? Hmm. Oh, it's gonna be the Amumu. We've seen two Amumus now, and both of them have lost. It can work. It's really strong. Amumu's a very strong individual champion when you think about it. Like, when you think about it, he's very strong individually. Okay, I just want to see that picked up. Good. But he's been. Oh, that's Gala locked in for Ezreal. Very good at him. He's historically been very good at the champion, obviously. And now that it's still a rotation, I can't even say it just is now that it's in rotation. It's been in rotation for a while, but it was banned away from him in game one. They can't afford to let it through, or they had to let it through in game number two. Leona going to be the pairing with it. This could be a jungle. This could be a supportive moon, by the way. It's very possible. But I never know my phone. Amumu was really strong. Like, not even just on paper, just in general. Amumu is very strong. Like, he has so much utility in his kit. Is Crisp going to lock in this Renata? I honestly don't know why he's not a little bit higher prior. I'm not saying he should be in every game or they should be picked over like Sedge. Champ like Sedge or Skarner are just so much stronger than Amumu in just every aspect. Their ganks are way better. Their bulkiness is way higher. But Amumu is a damn good pick, and I'm really impressed we've only seen him 3 times. Or this is the third time we're seeing him. I feel that it should be higher. Amumu is just a champion that feels like he's always really good. He's always a potential pick because who's not gonna want a double stun into and a 3-second group stun? Like, who wouldn't want that, right? Who doesn't want a big ass circle stun? And this is a good comp for this as well because the Aurora, it's going to be the Amumu into Aurora or Aurora into Mumu, whichever one you want to do, because the rest of the team's going to have to play around it. Oh, I didn't get the handshakes. Oh, I was super early on that one. Whoops, sorry. But, like, the Amumu is going to be such a huge part of this comp. The ordering is going to matter a little bit. I'm not going to say it's going to matter the most. You can kind of go in whichever order you prefer the engage to be in. I need to open up something because I spilled my coffee a little bit. Yes. They have that freedom to kind of play it how they want. But it is game 2, Weibo and LNG. Continue to go at it. Oh, styrofoam, the worst thing ever. Damn. Okay. Okay. Apparently, Scout very good at Yone. But we saw Weibo initiate a lane swap that would put put LNG so behind in the top lane that they were able to stretch that lead for quite a long time. For most of the early and mid game, they had that advantage, and they stretched it into Drake advantage, particularly. Objective advantages. Got the Rift Heralds, got 3 dragons off of it. And then by the time LNG fought back, they fumbled at the Baron, and that was the end of the game. So it's going to be LNG initiating the lane swap here. Breathe and Tarzan going to be here, and Zika just initiates the counter strike, enters the evasive stance, and it will be way picking up these early chickens. There's the lockdown onto Xiaohu. Nice. The ignite goes down. Doesn't have enough damage. He's not going to be really worried about this as Crisp is here for the return. Scout forced to flash away. Hung should be able to just walk away. Fine. But Weibo, don't burn anything. Ignite flash out from Scout and Hong. And now Scout is just stuck here. Just a bit of a questionable play. They thought they had the advantage, but they just lose it so quickly. As that does not do any damage. Oh my goodness, they're not damaging that turret quite yet with the demolish. Should be something coming through. Scott's gonna be screwed. He's so stuck. As there's no dive. Hong is level 1, so the dive on him will be really easy if Weibo need to. They should be able to just zone him off. They're waiting for the teleport. Double demolish comes through. Plating goes down. We've seen this so many times. Hong is getting zoned off very hard. Tarzan's just getting here, though. Going to get spotted out. Weibo not going to go for the dive. They can't afford to. Zika's level 3. That means he's pretty undiveable. Oh. It's just going to be... breathe in the game. That's already infinitely better than last game, yes. But Scout is really behind. And that's really to happen. Tarzan missed out on a little bit as flash force out of Crisp. Zika has to flash in response, though. Got the flash as Tarzan gets the jump onto Hong, but now Hong getting locked down. The follow onto Tarzan. First blood goes over to Weiwei. Can they keep this going as Crisp is stunned up? And there's the leap strike for Zika. It's 2-0 on the first pair of kills for LNG. And there you go. Now the lane swap's going real well. That's the power of the Jacks, baby. Early advantage of triple melee. Light force to flash away from Weiwei's Q. And that's the power of the triple melee. You are insta-stacking. Like, you are immediately stacking your passive on Sedge every time. And now they're just going to keep this pressure on. They're going to push in this wave. They are very bulky now, the health bars they got. And, whoops. That's, Jax is really good. This is the consistent pick we've been seeing when you're planning these lane swaps is the Jax. It's good. They get the flash out of Crisp. That's what's important. So they know that they can go for this play pretty safely. They also know there's no handshake. And then they know they can go for this follow-up play because Crisp can't run anywhere. Light just has to try and do all the damage, and it's not going to be nearly enough. And Weibo are behind 800 in this top, off of this top side, yep. 500 ahead on the Sejuani, 300 ahead on the Jackson. That's a nice early advantage to have. Zika. We haven't seen the mistake of double ADC, at least into the Jax today. That is a huge issue we've seen recurring throughout this tournament, is teams willing to draft double ADC into Jax, and it pays off about as well as you think it will. Whenever you draft double ADCs into Jax, it doesn't. But it is a problem now for Weibo to deal with. They have an Ashe. That's their biggest damage dealer, and it's going to be able to get run at. Grub started. Zika looking to get Xiaohu. He's going to land the stun still, but he's going to take a turret shot for it. Oh my god. No flash on light, actually. Can they abuse that? No. A very slow grub to take. And it's going to be 3-0 for LNG on the grubbies. It's a 1,000 gold advantage right now to LNG as well. Everything going really well for them game after nothing went well. They're going to get these reset cancels. They're going to get the reset cancel onto light. That's going to buy a good amount of time for Gala to push in this bot lane. Ooh. And they're still maintaining this advantage. Almost 20 CS up right now on his lane opponent. Gala is having a good start to this game. Scout is massively behind. He is just struggling to CS after the early play, yeah. But we've seen him do, obviously, really well overall throughout his career. He's a freaking world champion after all. But we've seen him do wonders for this LNG roster. We just saw him have a great RE game where he didn't get any reward for it because his team had a Renekton that was massively behind and fumbled the bag a little bit on the shot calling. Drake started by LNG. Gala just gonna try and pressure bot lane a little bit more. Doesn't get any health bars. This Tarzan has curse, but going to get stunned up into the Fate Sealed, lands the ulti, but Zika's going to keep chasing him as Breathe goes all out. Zika finds the kill onto Tarzan, and there's just no chance for Breathe, even if he's not yielding to get anything, is actually going to get jumped on by Zika. Still, he's just not giving a damn. He's too busy not caring about what any of them have to worry about, as Gala is fine all alone down here as he's gonna force the heal out of Weibo, and the flash ulti insta cleanse, nice enchanted crystal arrow, light not going to get rooted up, everything misses him. He's got the moves, and that means that LNG don't get a single thing in the bot lane. They get a cleanse and a heal, and they don't hand any more gold over. Very well played by the Weibo Gaming bot lane, and well played by Light. Holy cow. Moves. Zika gonna just walk away from Breathe there. So he got his reset canceled. LNG in the driver's seat for game number 2. Still only a 1k gold lead, but playable. Zika teleports to the bot lane, which is lane swap. As grubs are coming up, both of these teams want to get their bot laners up into the top lane. And Ezreal only a little bit ahead now, as those early platings are still haunting LNG. But again, this is a lane swap that worked out so well for them. Yes, you gave over some platings. You gave over, what, 2 platings of gold? You got actually one just there. But you gave over 2 platings in exchange for 2 kills, and you put Breathe a little behind, but he wasn't really scared of you. Let's be real. Breathe wasn't really worried. Or not Breathe. Breathe was down in bot lane. I don't even know who they laned into. They did start most of this game. They didn't lane against anyone. Zika just teleported down bot lane, got 2 kills. He was chilling. Tarzan is he's a bit behind, as they are looking for this second set of grubs. They're gonna get the 4th one. We didn't even have a second grub spawn last game, so this will be a nice change of pace. They'll get the 4. Do they want to go for any more? Because they kind of already got what they wanted, which was... These mystic shots have been brutal. They got what they wanted. They just wanted the initial might spawn, but they'll take the rest of them as they get the full 6. As stun connects onto Weiwei, there's going to be no hostile takeover here in response, as the flash Qs don't connect. Nice jump away from Gala with the flash. And teleport out from Xiaohu means that this is going to be a plating over to Scout. As, Weibo didn't get anything on that play. They got a flash. That's all they got. They got a flash out of Gala, and that is everything they got. They lost all 3 grubs, and they burned Tarzan's flash, which is a bit more of a valuable one since he doesn't have any other movement abilities. Plating does fall, so if they get a drop plating at least, that's something, right? But now Zika's first item. Doesn't really matter if you have Iceborne. Zika has Triforce. Oh, and that is not a good omen. 4 of the 5 players in the top half of the gold charts. It is all LNG. Xiaohu's right around that point, so it's not the worst case scenario, but it is not looking doable in game number 2. As Weibo have a 1,500 or are in a 1,500 gold deficit. Say. Zik is beating the hell out of this top turret. They needed to rotate and breathe up there. Doesn't have teleport. So that's going to be another turret plate, another pair of turret plates. This might be all of the turret plates he needs. As he's going to finish the turret. He's feasting up there, taking 3 platings by himself in the the minuscule amount of time he was left alone. He was left alone for like 20 seconds with a turret, and he just beat it to death. And now Weibo having to give up another Drake. They spotted out. Maybe they have a fight here. Scouts here. Hong has ulti. If Hong could just deny the engage. There's the double, the triple engage. As there's the follow-up. But Tarzan is going to fall, but he's going to get bailed out, which means he survives. It's 1 for Xiaohu, or for Tarzan now, as Weiwei falls. They're trying to just grab this dragon. Scout going forwards. Doesn't have anything. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow connects. Gala's just way up there. They're going to give over the Drake. But Tarzan, is he going to be able to get out of here? He has no flash. Scout trying to just dodge away from these bandage tosses. There's no bandage toss, though. Tarzan is just walking towards execution, but he's walking into Hong's waiting arms, and it's going to be Gala picking up that one. 2-0 for the Ezreal. The Drake really didn't mean much, but they do get 2 kills back, but not onto Light, not onto Xiao. It's onto Tarzan and Crisp. This engage, that missing means everything, because that means Tarzan's free to ulti. Great handshake. The bailout means that Xiao has time to come over the wall here, pick up this kill. They get both of them eventually, and then Weibo just are buying time, I guess, because LNG just don't really care about this. Xiao gets shot down. Crisp cleanses the handshake, still gets shoved. You have to really cleanse fast. You have to cleanse pretty much the moment it connects, or the shove is going to happen. So they get the second Drake, but at the cost of a lot. They do get 2 kills, not onto who you want them on. So, this Rift Herald's already gone. Smite. There's no way that was... No, he's at 4. There's no way that's not upgraded. He just smited at 900. Or is it at 900? 1200, yeah. It is at 900. I'm wrong. Because 1200 is the final upgrade. My mistake. And that's a big-ass gold lead. That was before. Oh, my God. Yeah. It's big. 3,000 gold advantage right now. 2 LNG. And you're looking at where most of it is. Most of it's on one man. It's Zika. Zika, almost 2,000 ahead by himself. He's over 2 waves ahead now. He's over 2 cannon waves ahead of his lane opponent. He's gotten 2 kills on him on top of it. He is just thriving in this game. And this is more of the battle we were expecting, though. Again, it would be nice if they just played close at all. Like, congrats. Congratulations, Gala. They just announced, or these 2 kills alongside his game 1 performance. I don't remember what he got in game 1, but those kills mean that he has surpassed 6th place. He takes sole possession of 6th place on the all-time international kills leaderboard. He had 2, so he has 4 in the series, and that means he has passed whoever is currently in 6th for all-time kills with, like, what? They said 419 or 418 kills at Riot Internationals only. So no old ones. As Light insta cleanses. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to connect, and it's going to force the flash out of Weiwei. Good response from Light. Oh my goodness. This guy, another picture perfect cleanse. It's 2 on the game. True Shot Barrage is not going to hit. And they're just trying to keep this pressure on. They want vision control. And now Rift Herald comes down. Shelly's on the Rift. And she's looking to make a 3,500 gold lead into way more than that. As mid-tier 1 falls. I don't think anyone's going to drive this one. Xiaohu has been found by Zika, and he's just going to get beat to death, but the rest of Weibo are here, and it's just not going to matter. Light gets the shutdown, but another solo kill for Zika. Should have not hesitated. My guy is so fed. He is immortal if he just keeps going in. Oh, man, what could have been? They still get the tier 1 and a kill. Okay, Light gets a kill at least. That is really important that Light gets a kill here. Zika, I don't know why Zika gets out. Why does he go out? Look where he's positioned. He could just walk into the brush. Like, he's already going to die. Maybe he thought he could flash out of the ulti, but he didn't have quite the angle on it. And now Drake for LNG. Just gonna have to throw the rest of that in. Not that player. As Gala able to cleanse and buffer. So just all the lines of insurance for him, as they won't be able to grab it. All of Weibo just pile on to the Drake and make sure there is no angle they can take for it. They won't be able to stop this teleport either, so Zika's not going to be able to just shred this turret immediately. They lock down someone, but it's not going to matter. As Scout getting locked down, he's going to be able to jump over the wall. He's going to get Berserk. This could be deadly, as Hong already goes down, and Weibo are wrecking Weiwei's entire being right now. Zhao who finds the kill, and Weibo are starting to close this gold gap. They're finding the fights they want. They're finding the fights they can take, and it is LNG giving them over like candy. Still a gold deficit, almost 3,000 behind. But, oh my god, these kills keep going out to freaking Tarzan, man. I mean, yes, obviously get the kills where you can, but also I feel that it would be really, really nice to get these kills onto Xiaohu and Light. Even then, still, gold is gold. This ulti connects in the middle of bum ass nowhere. Hong is dead. Tarzan just grabs that with an auto attack. Should have let Xiaohu grab it. And then I believe this one goes to Light or Xiaohu, yes. And oof, that connects. Gala would be in a world of hurt. But Weibo are really coordinating their fights here. LNG had the early advantage, and it's just they had advantage in lane, and what are they going to do with it? They haven't done anything with it. They've taken a single turret. Or, well, 2 turrets, but they haven't been able to get this bot turret. Zika hasn't been able to side lane any harder, and with that 2,000 gold lead, he's not any stronger yet. He is the Sundered Sky now, so we'll see what he can do with that. That's a Manamune. Manamune? I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know, because it's based on Masamune, so Manamune would actually be, or Manamune, whichever one you prefer. Scout going to kill off as much of this wave as he can. It will be pretty much the entire wave shredded by the turret. And that is all the tier 1s gone for Weibo. They do have no turrets down right now. That is a huge upside for LNG, is they have not surrendered any turrets. Quiet Hollow Radiance is going to be real nice. Just screw you, Xiaohu and Tarzan. Another True Shot Barrage not going to connect. Zika is going to be under threat of a 3-man, not going to come to fruition. That's QSS out from Scout. He doesn't want to get locked down by Crisp. He also doesn't want to kill his teammates. Gala just needs to keep hitting these. We've seen him perform so many times on this champion that it would not be surprising to see it just all come, like, for it to all come through. As Zika and Breathe is fighting each other right now. But Breathe gonna win out in the end, has the threat of his team rotating up as Tarzan and Hong pushed out of their own, or pushed out of the river at least, not out of their own jungle yet. We're still a bit away from that. Scout going to steal away some camps, knowing that the entire enemy team is topside, but gonna get spotted out and just have to walk away. He's gonna pick up the Q3 in case of emergency, but Tarzan and Xiaohu not gonna chase him down. Just going to go and take this blue buff that he wanted so desperately for his team. Sadly, can't grab it. Still 3,500 ahead. But Weibo just cannot, or will not, break. LNG cannot find a team fight yet. This isn't even a recurring theme. They found team fights in game 1. They just didn't capitalize on their positioning. And if they wanted to go singular Drake for Baron, that can work. But they didn't even contest Baron, so what was the point? They postured for Drake and then never really pivoted off, as teleport coming in just ensures that this will be a turret going over to Weibo. Ong is way too far forwards here, because he's gonna get stunned up. Tarzan, oh, doesn't even get hit, but Tarzan gonna fall to Gala, who's shredding, but he's gonna not be able to get light. Zika has to go in. The bailout went huge. Crisp will fall to Scout's re-engage or recast of the Soul Unbound. Fate sealed. Get Scout the gap closer. Gala is too far forwards. Breathe gets the kill. And a shutdown at that. Weiwei will pick up the one on to Breathe. It's a 4 for 2, but it's a damn good one on top of it for Weibo Gaming. But they're going to lose the Drake. But it's an even Drake. Oh my goodness, this is just going. Everything is coming up Weibo Gaming right now. Oh, there we go. Okay, this ulti doesn't even connect. If that misses, light just cleanses out of, like, reflex. Which, yeah, at some point you just got to assume that's happening. And then bailout comes through, which means Zika actually has to use Crisp as a launching point. And then Breathe in here. Where is Gala's positioning, though? Gala needs to be not here. Where? Gala. What do they say in? Is it Happy Game? Something like that. I can't remember. 6. Yeah. What's the? Or not inting or not inting or bad play lol. Oh my god. I love. We'll work on it. It is a 4,000 gold advantage now. Okay, are they on the Baron? No, they're not going for the Baron. Where are we? No, I don't know where it is. Anyways, this is going day and night. Game 1 and 2. It is just Hong who's being sacrificed pretty much. Scout has started the Baron and has stopped the Baron. Okay. What is play here for Weibo Gaming? They gotta find a... You gotta figure this out because they can find the fights. They just need to execute on it. Like, they found some decent fights. Really, that last one was the first really solid team fight we've seen from LNG all game. They've been struggling at the 5v5 and 4v4 levels today. And I need to see them execute on something else because this is not going to end well if they don't. This is a one-game winner if I've ever seen one from. We see this all the time. Team takes game one, or team takes random game off of higher seeded team and then gets ass blasted for the rest of the series. Like, we've seen this so many times. It's not even... there should be a term for it. Oh, that's a cannon drop. Oop. That's rough. I don't think he cares. He would have only been up 1,000 as opposed to 900. So I don't think he cares. This is a 3 on Jet. That's a 3 out of Mesriel. Scout continues to just stack his Q on the Baron because he has the Bork. So he can pretty much do whatever the hell he wants. That's a lot of damage. If Light didn't have Thirster, that would have been really threatening. This also is a 3-item Ashe, so it is not just uncontested. As Arrow not going to connect at all. They're not going to force out anything from Gala here. Shock shows on Cassante. Maybe we'll see something come out of that. Pardon. LNG, or well, Gala, and not even LNG. Gala's starting this Drake up, and that means that they got to start collapsing onto Scout. Scout kind of just fly away with the soul unbound. And maybe they want to start the Baron, but they'll be spotted out pretty quickly as Weiwei's the only member left on Dragon. So it will just have to be settling for soul point against you if you're Weibo Gaming. LNG have pushed it to the almost maximum Drakes. They will have to just start clearing out this vision if they... There's no way. Okay, no. They do burn vision, though. And that's a lot of damage. That wasn't even for reset cancels. That was for checking if the Baron was being done. So, good amount of damage. How much is this True Shot doing? I mean, we can't see, obviously, how much. They're not going to show us the damage numbers. But I would like to know, just because, honestly, it seems like a lot. We'll be going towards 4th items, besides the freaking Yone. Is that just going to be IE second? And that, or IE first, or technically third, but IE first crit item, and then into, I mean, I don't even know, anything. It's Yone. You could build literally anything. That is the benefit of having the stupid passive of 50% crit, or doubled crit rate. I guess more specifically, or correctly. Weiwei gets chunked out there. That is, oh, Solar Flare not connecting. He buffered that. The kills you have to trigger before you get CC'd. Hey, I remind you. And now it is time for the Baron for Weibo Gaming. This is their angle to find the fight. Is Crisp going to instantly use heal? He is worried. And now teleport coming in from Zika. Can they find the fight that they want? Breathe is frontlining. He's so bulky. And now Weibo pushed out of the pit. Weiwei, it's a 50-50. Tarzan is all alone, though. He can't get the smite off, and he's gonna get the Baron for Weibo. And they've already found one. Do they have the damage to keep this fight going? Zika is gonna jump away to safety, but it's only gonna be bringing himself to his demise a bit later than before. 2 for nothing plus the Baron. Weibo are still hunting. Breathe is so damn bulky. Scout trying to find anything, not gonna be able to connect it, and Weibo pull back the fight. Are you kidding? Weiwei has to... Where are you going, Weiwei? Oh my god. Where? Weibo are just trying to keep him out of the pit. They just... Look at Weiwei. Where's Weiwei gonna go? Because that's all that matters. He dodges this, gets all outed, and then Q's away? Q's away from the pit? Oh. Weiwei is happy fun gaming right now. Weiwei, where are you going? Sorry, I'm looking at the BS Riot dropped recently. About stupid garbage that is way too expensive. God damn it. Passive was like, oh. Oh. Scout will get a top tier 2, and he's looking for a tier 3, but Weibo are just going to end. Like, Weibo are just going to end if he's not playing back. Scout? Scout? Teleporting back in. Zika has put Tarzan low. The Between Worlds will come out, but it's not going to really do much of anything. Breathe has found Hong, though. He has the bailout on him as well. Zika finds 3 with the counter, though. And it's going to be 3 falling and make it 4. It is Xiaohu versus LNG right now. Weiwei gets a triple on the Sejuani. Xiaohu has stomped the bleeding. And oh my god. Weibo, they wanted the end. Scout has put LNG in a great position somehow. The confidence on this guy as they get the turret, but he's gonna teleport back, and just the confidence to nail this play. Breathe gonna find Hong. He's in the bailout. Zika, counter-strike. Bang on the banana, baby. And then the follow-up from Weiwei is huge. 2 members down. Tarzan going to go down. Oh my god. And LNG, it looked so bad from Scout. It was confusing, but it was genius to your play. He knows he can make it back in time with the teleport, and that he can get an inhib, and look at the pressure put down. There's basically no turret up there. And now it's just going to be Zika starting up this. Holy piss, the damage from these 2 damage carries is huge. And oh my god, this is actually psychotic. Oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be the Brit Starax shield bow. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh. Jeez, man. Just, this is gonna be nuts. This is already kind of crazy. As Zika is just staring at Breathe. And is that Drake Soul? It is Drake Soul. Sorry, I was not even... Oh. Baron in 40 seconds. This has been a banger of a game so far, as LNG are looking to shut the door here. Not even one. It's 500 gold ahead right now for LNG over Weibo, as it has been a back and forth affair in this final half, really. And oh, the smite is early. Zika's getting absolutely just sliced up by Breathe. Asante Gaming. And Breathe going to get jumped away from with the leap strike there. And Zika's going to just keep clearing out this wave. As going to get Q3'd. He's going to land the stun again. They're just going to keep fighting. As Arrow connects onto Hong. Flash follow onto Gala. But he's not going to be able to get him. He's able to jump away. Gala's still, or Hong's still alive. The Berserk going to connect. And Zika has found one. The turret falls in mid, but who gives a damn? Gala has taken out Tarzan. It's going to be a base and teleport from Scout. Zika able to flash away from Breathe just a little early on the Q3. Or on the flash Q. And now Breathe just trying to survive. Zhao, who has so much damage. Gala not going to connect the final shot. Scout has gone for this bot wave. Does not teleport in just yet. Are LNG going to go for the Baron? The answer is yes. They think they could do it. They have the lifesteal. They have the damage to finish it off. And there's nothing Weibo can do to stop it. And in spite of all the roadblocks, LNG will finally get their Baron. And they're going to stall it properly as well, so that Hong gets it. And this is a threatening position for LNG. They can do quite a bit. They could finish this off. And then Gala gets away. How does Hong live? They throw so much at him. And that great Berserk there. Light falls early. And then Tarzan, I mean, with Light gone, it is all on Xiaohu. And that flash Q, if that connects, Zika would be in so much danger. Great buffer there by Gala. Zika knows that he should not be going back in. These Qs are so deadly from Gala. Oh my god. Oh, it is a mess of a play right now, as there's so much damage coming out now from LNG. And Zika has the GA now. He is going to become unkillable. Gala has not picked up his 5th item yet, as LNG, the cannons are going to do a lot, but they're able to get rid of them. We saw Weibo completely destroy using that one. LNG chose a red side to start the series, didn't they? Or was it coin flip? Zika continuing to put the pressure on Scout. Going to just jump in onto Breathe for a little bit of damage. Arrow not going to connect with anybody. And now Zika has started to grab this mid turret, as it's only a couple hits away. He could just really go up and bonk it real quick. But he doesn't even need to. He's going to let the minions do the work. Mid tier 3 falls. LNG are just going to have to keep the spacing up, because they want to try and grab this turret with the minions alone. But Tarzan and Breathe are starting to get the push out of their base, as Zika has gone up to the top side here. Not going to be an inhib. No chance they get that, right? Yeah, no. Okay. Elder Drake, it is time for Weibo to fight or be forgotten. Fight or die. This is perfect. They have the Renata, and if they don't win this fight, they die. The winner of this fight wins the game outright. Both teams are up to the base in work. It's only going to be 50. Oh, no, 100% great. He's going to go for the Mercurial to wrap this up. Teleport in from Scout. The ulti's connecting onto Tarzan. Tarzan getting shredded. Zika on the flank angle finds 3 with the stun. The redemption is going to keep Weibo pushed back. Zika going low, but they found 2. They found 3. And it's Breathe and Xiaohu versus the world. Can they find the fight? They're gonna put Zika into the GA, but it's only gonna be a temporary stoppage as Xiaohu getting chased down. He's gonna get chunked down. He's 1 health. Gala pushing in the base right now, and they are just wasting as much time as they can of Xiaohu. And Zika will find the kill. Gala flashes the RNG. The MSI logo, he won. The MSI, he won outright with Xiaohu. And he's proven he doesn't need him by his side to win. It is gonna be 1, 2, 1. Weibo Gaming and LNG are going to game 3 tied. Oh my god. Okay. It's gonna be one of these series, eh? Gonna be one of these series where these 2 teams are just gonna hit each other back and forth over the head. That was way shakier than Weibo Games win in game number 1, though. LNG get it done, but it is a stressful game to say the least. You barely got it, right? But it is what it is. Win's a win, and LNG is at the flash of the beginning of their series, of their dominance over Weibo that we saw in the regional finals. Or can Weibo continue to give them trouble? We'll have to see as we are awaiting a 2-1 lead after game number 3. Will it be Weibo Gaming? Will it be LNG Esports on match point, entering the potential second to last, the penultimate game of this first quarterfinal match? I'll see you for the 3rd game. It's tied at 1, and that means we've got at least 2 more games ahead of us. Weibo, LNG have thrown some pretty heavy punches at each other so far this series. Weibo obviously continuing to get the upper hand, honestly, through some kind of interesting plays or int. Oh. The lane swap in game 1 was really efficient, really effective, and pretty much got them a permanent 4v5 advantage, even though Zika started to turn it around in the later phases of the game. It was a bit too late for him to do much of anything, and in game 2, Weibo still finding ways to keep things going as we are into the draft for game number 3, but where was I? Sorry, I got distracted by something, but Weibo have been pulling some surprises out of nowhere repeatedly. Oh. Yeah, but very surprising games coming out from Weibo so far. LNG feel like they're starting to get their control over this series, but it's still a work in progress as Ash is once again given over. It is once again Ash going over to Light, who's been having a pretty good series on it. Oh. And are they going to go for the Orianna this time with the Nocturne? Because they really weren't able to do much. I mean, the Ahri was great. Scout was so good on it, but okay, they're going to go for the Ahri again. They're going to run it back. Okay. I don't love this. Not a very big fan of this play. Unless they can I just don't think the Nocturne, have they learned what they want to execute? I mean, it was basically just because of the top diff for most of the game, but they also just need to probably not blind Renekton as well. defense. Don't blind the Renekton, which they can't. Nar's locked in. But I just want to see them execute it. I don't know. It just kind of felt like Scout was all alone game number 1. It just was odd. He was not. I feel like he wasn't, right? I mean, it was not a bad game from LNG. It just felt like they lost control at some point. Braum locked in. They're just going to get a first rotation this time. Okay. Big brain plays. Just get it before. And we're going to have Zika on the Jax again. Had a bomb game too, obviously. Was a key part of LNG staying ahead for that entire game despite some very questionable plays, some very rough plays not going in their favor, but everything worked out in the end for them, and that's what matters. This game one, it doesn't seem like it should have gone as poorly as it did. But maybe I'm missing something. Zika did no damage. Okay, well, so that has probably something to do. Breathe did the most damage at the game in game 1. Yeah, that seems about right. Khan and LeBlanc going to be the first of, or the 4th bans for these teams. Do they want to get Xiaohu off of something else, or do they want to get rid of another jungler? They already got rid of the Skarner. Do they want to target the Sejuani as the triple failure? Ooh, they're going to get rid of the brand from Tarzan here. With the dive comp, it would be really strong if it was hit into a not spell shield. Wait. Because a spell shield eats the ultimate entirely, I believe. Spell shield, not black shield. Those are two very different things. And Ezreal going to be taken away from Gala. Very smart pick. Very good. So they want to take the ADC here. And they will grab this Kaisa. Okay. This is a big dive comp. And this is a team we know is very aggressive. Ori, and they don't have the Nocturne at their side. They could go something like Sedge here. I think it would just work really well with the comp that Weibo have already built up. Don't really see a reason to not go for it unless they want to go for some. I mean, they showed Zen if they really want to go for Zen. They want to go for Maokai here. Okay. More of a counter dive measure. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So they want this Maokai for a counter dive. Sedge would be really good to get aggressive, but it is more valuable to not actually, or more valuable to have a bird. More of if they dive onto him, he has the nature's grasp. There we go. Just more important to have that down as Hong going to lock in this Alistar to round out the draft. Both these teams have really good comps, honestly. Very rarely do we have two teams that just don't have good comps, but this is a pretty solid. Does I'm gonna check that manually, I guess. I just want to see if this can be eaten. Yes, okay. It is Pyroclasm gets deleted if spell shield. So they do need to be careful to not hit Weiwei with it initially, because Weiwei is going to be flying in with it every single time, and ooh, cow. Oh man, it's dive versus some anti-dive, as they're catching on to how LNG want to play, even though they know how LNG want to play already. Like, come on. LNG have been going forwards all series long. Why would it change now? All three comps they've drafted have been go forwards comps, and we'll have to see if Weibo can do something about it, because LNG are just partying in the top lane right now. They are prepared for a lane swap to come through. So we're starting to see some countermeasures put on the lane swap. Oh, they need to get ready, because here's the play coming to them. As Tarzan spotted out. Don't know if we can see any CC coming through. Is there's flash out from Scout in exchange for flash on Tarzan. And it's going to be a 5-man. Ooh. Scout's hanging back right now, as Zika just gonna walk away to Hung, and now flash from Light as well. Flash from Crisp. That's gonna be the stun on to Hung. It's gonna be first blood to breathe. An LNG overplay. They, huh? Such a weird play. This is a very rough early game already for LNG. They've put themselves in a bad position. And now Zika's going to be... Oh, we're going to keep going here as Zika is making his way back to the party. Crisp is going to go down here. Flash follow from Zika means he's going to pick up the kill. And it keeps going. They're looking for Tarzan. The charm connects. And the beatdown continues. It's a double kill for Zika. And it's just ADCs in the top lane like nothing's happened. And the lead for LNG, or the lead for Weibo, has turned into an even game state. And LNG have a very fed top laner. Oh my goodness. What the hell is going on? This all starts with like the world's worst play from LNG, and they follow it up with such a good move. They know there's no flash on Crisp, no flash on Tarzan. So what are they going to do? Beat them to death. They have so much CC. Scout lands a... finally gets to land a charm. He started W level 1. He was just baiting out flash from Tarzan. The flash for flash meant that there was a threat. He casted a spell, so an animation went through with the flash. So it looked like he was going to hit something, and he hit W. He did not go for the charm level 1 because he likes laning. As now Zika getting jumped on by Breathe. Oh, and Tarzan's here as well. Zika trying to wait for his Counter-Strike to come back up. And there's the Counter-Strike coming through. The stun connects, and he's gonna survive. And Weiwei puts on the proper amount of pressure to keep this thing in a game. To make this a just a crazy mess of a game. Oh my goodness. And we're gonna keep it going. These two teams hyper great. We're 4 minutes in. We're only 4 minutes in. This game is already off the rails. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my goodness. This is chaos. So where are we? So what's the game state after all this? Even in gold, they have a slight advantage, at least on this, on Light in particular. Light in a pretty good spot so far. as he does have the level advantage. But otherwise, it's a pretty even game state in mid, and then jungle on top, massive advantage. So it's gonna be Zika again. I mean, both of these top laners are very, we're gonna have to see what they can do with this top lane, honestly, because these top lane leads are going to be, it's the core of the gold right. Pretty much all the gold is on these top laners. Oh my god. Weiwei is up here. Spotted and not yet. Unspotted for now. Just waiting. As they are going for these. Get spotted out going for these grubs, but they summon the whole squad. It's pretty obvious for it. The entire team has pulled up. Like, and they're spotted on these. The entire squad has pulled up objectively. So it will be 3 grubs once again over to LNG. Weibo Gaming don't really have any pressure in this upper half of the map right now. And are we beginning the return to normalcy? Tarzan trades this trades the Infernal Drake right now for these grubs. Breathe is going to be able to rotate up. Zhao, who gets the push in mid, will be able to come down if he wants. Should be a pretty simple trade, as we see all the time. Gonna be the total goal. Holy cow, Zik is being denied a lot of CS right now. As Light is going to take his base. And Zika, don't. Gonna be in actual lane states now. Still dead even in gold. Because why not? Just everything has been going just insane. Two teams have finally calmed down a little bit to play relatively normal League of Legends. What the hell am I? At least it's the fun kind of disaster. Not the NA kind of disaster where it's just like, what the hell am I watching? More of, oh my god, what am I watching? The dive. The squad is pulling up, but so is Weibo Gaming. As ulti connects, Gala forced to flash out. Hong going to tank this pretty well. And he's gonna bonk. Tarzan, it's everyone. And wait. Shockwave from Xiao, who finds them all. It's 4 caught. It'll be 3 killed. Xiao, who with the double. Xiao, who makes the plays. Oh my god. And no, Gala does not have ulti to chase that. Holy piss. This is going. This is everything. They thought they had a fight. They don't have an Orianna ulti. You know who does? Xiao Hu, because you wanted Ari again. Oh, why don't they just go Nocturne Orianna? Please, just do that. Oh, cancels reset. Hong using his Hex Flash very well. Does he have Hex Flash? And this ulti's nice, but it arrow connects onto Weiwei. Gala forced to flash out. Hong gets rooted. Zika gets rooted. And now they're going to try and turn this fight. They don't know Xiao Hu's here yet. So they think they can jump this. They find Xiao Hu, and Xiao Hu finds them all. Oh. And Gala's going to just have to walk away, watching his team die a dutiful death. Just, wow. They bait him in. They thought it was a 4v3, and they say, that's 2 tanks. We can win this. And then Xiaohu happens. And that's awesome. Oh my god. Yep, that's the one thing I love seeing about these team fights. It's LPL teams. They love throwing they just love throwing hands with each other. They love team fight. And now Weibo are in a very strong position. 800 ahead. Holy piece, they're 28 CS ahead right now. They're 31 CS ahead on Gala Xiaohu. Gonna have to show. Or else Tarzan might have to start losing his life. And now Grubs go even. And we would be even in CS pretty much across the board if it weren't for that top lane play. Mid and top lane would be pretty even, and support would be as well if top lane play doesn't happen. Xiaohu is fed. Gala is getting his ass beat right now by Light and Farm. Like, he is getting destroyed. And are you serious, Weibo? You're gonna do this again? There's no way, right? There's no way Weibo do it again. No chance. But who knows? Maybe it's gonna. Ooh, just misses. Could have really messed him up. Plating dropped there. And I believe it was stated that LNG have won every game 3 this year against between these two teams. I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check the playoffs because I know like 4 of those are true. I'll have to check the. Drake just gonna go in the favor of LNG, and okay. Scout teleports to the bot side here. And you just kind of keep going, keep chugging along. Why not? Oh, the jump in on to breathe. Get Zika the kill. The teleport in from Zhao, who will only catch one with the shockwave. It's going to be Tarzan. Zika's going to fall, but Weiwei's going to find one more. Hong is here if they want to keep this going, but he's got to find Light. Zhao, who has Scout and Weiwei running already. Weiwei, 1 health. And a dream blocks the Q with the spell shield. He's gonna keep chugging along, but the blast cone doesn't bring him to salvation. It brings him to the waiting arms of Xiaohu. Glacial Fissure goes down as Hong falls solo to Light. Crisp with the Winter's Bite takes down Scout. And Weibo Gaming keep on winning. Are you kidding me? Disaster strikes again. Yes, LNG has won both game 3s between them. All 5 they've played this year have gone in favor of Weibo or in favor of LNG. So 4-0 right now. But this, they die. Xiaohu teleports. You can't ulti to your turrets, or you can't teleport turrets if the paranoia is up. And then Xiaohu's just such a problem. There's the flash follow. Weiwei maybe gets out. Look at that block, but he's not in the right position. He's right in the wrong spot. He thought it was going to be on the other side, so it takes him to where Scout is, but it's not going to happen. Oh my god. Weibo Gaming are playing so damn well in game 3. And LNG just cannot clean this game up. It's been a mess all game long, and now this Orion is fed as hell. I mean, Zhao has won, what, 3 MSI titles with this champion now? This should not be a surprise that... This shouldn't be surprising. Yeah, 3-time MSI champion. You win 2020? No. 2019 you won? No. 18? Yes, because that was the big year. I'm just like remembering all of it. Like Xiaohu has won so many MSIs. He's been a part of all three with Ming. Like, oh my god. It's just been a really obvious thing. You shouldn't let this guy play Xiaohu. You shouldn't let Scout play Ari. If you're gonna draft Nocturne, you gotta take the Orianna. You gotta take something that pairs with it. Ori's not. Ori was available both times. You just are trying to avoid Orianna at this point, I swear. And now you're losing to it by another 1K. Like, you've lost to it already this series. Why are you losing to it again? Crisp nice jukes and has the upgrade, so he's going to just be able to walk away. Has the damage upgrade. So missiles are pretty big. It's a playable gold difference. It's only 1.5, almost entirely on Xiaohu. But your ADC is getting cooked right now in terms of gold. Some of it's on the support, so who cares? You have the advantage on Zeka, but it just does not feel like it. Breathe has been so good on this Gnar in both performances now. It's just the Nocturne hasn't felt like it's been hitting, and this Ari is gonna have to really show up again. I mean, even with a game 1 performance like Scouts 4-1 and 4, it just wasn't enough, and that's how it is with LNG. It just feels like it's not enough. And it's climbing up to 2K, not quite yet. It's a work in progress to get to 2K. This will be a second Drake, potentially. Potentially. To Weibo, but the teleport means Hong is getting locked down by the shockwave. Nice double airborne here as Tarzan jumping in onto Weiwei. Gets feared. Throws the thing, so he actually is stuck in an animation. Hong is stuck entirely in Xiaohu 5-0 in game number 3. And now Rift Herald the Rift Herald going down into mid. Bot turret falls. LNG already got first turret, but it will be Breathe picking up this one. Weiwei forced to flash over the wall as Xiaohu and Tarzan are jumping onto him. Rift Herald crashes, and it will be top tier 1 going down, but it's a bot in mid tier 1 for Weibo as Crisp making a U-turn. And he's gonna bring Shelly to the fight. Shelly started fighting the Drake. I've never seen this before. This is not a normal thing you could do. As the jump in onto Zika is perfect. Zika falls. And that's going to be 1 over. But wait, hold on. Tarzan's not in the pit. Hong does his job. And Drake goes over to LNG, even though they are still almost 3,000 gold behind. The arrow connects on a Weiwei. He has no flash. And LNG, another member goes down. Xiaohu 6-0. You want to pick Orianna yet? Like, what a snipe from Light. We've seen him go from the arrows are a work in like the arrows, it's a warm-up to he's hitting all of these now. Like, it is absurd to see the development of him over the course of this series. Going from, yeah, he's hitting some, but it's mostly point blanks, and now he's just sniping dudes. That is really how it is sometimes when you get comfortable. But when does he fire this? Look at the minimap. Oh, he fires it. He sees Gala and Weiwei push it. He sees Crisp and Xiaohu pushing Weiwei and Gala towards this little walkway right here. This top mid jungle entrance. Or this, yeah, I guess this blue side jungle entrance. And are like, it's gonna hit somebody. Unless Weiwei wants to go into the river and have to do some extra walking, which is really difficult when you have Xiaohu and Crisp chasing you down. And it's once again Weibo just controlling the odd number game. Scout doesn't bite. Shockwave forces out the Spirit Rush. And Weibo are going to continue to just take away some vision from this top river. They want to be able to threaten Baron whenever they want. Just constantly threatening Baron. We're going to keep playing forward. It's going to tank the Winter's Bite. There's the Charm, but it's forcing out the Flash of Scout. Teleported in as they're jumping in onto Light. Hong is here. Gala's here. Cleanses out, but that's going to be a shutdown. The orb finds Crisp. Weiwei takes down the support of Weibo Gaming. And LNG have positional advantage, but do they have the ability to threaten a major objective here? They've snuck the Drake kind of under their noses, but can they get anything else? They don't have the Shockwave to... Actually, they do have to contend with the Shockwave. I lied. Baron started. And it's just... And now Tarzan has to check, because now he sees it. Baron. They're going to teleport in as Hong is zoning off Tarzan. That's going to be the smite coming down, and that means that is going to be LNG with the Baron. They will give over Hong in exchange for all their members surviving. And Stealth is LNG. They find the two as Scout has ulti. He's fine. He is Scout and he has the pathing. He's fine. But LNG find a pair of picks on a position that LNG were supposed to be losing it. Weibo threatened the position there as Light is way back. They will grab this tier 1 at least. Zika is just beating Tarzan over the head with a lamp. As there's the paranoia. They can jump in onto Light again if they want. And there they go. They're going to take down Tarzan. Weibo going to keep things going as Gala's flying in onto the back line. Say goodnight, Light, as you're turned out. Crisp will fall as well. Scout continues the chase onto Zhao, who he has no mana, though, as Breathe is here. He's going to fall to Zhao, who godlike. But they will find the turret as Hong survives the turret shot. Zhao, who is 7-0. Breathe is 4-1, but that is all they have to say, all they have to claim to their names, as Weibo are now even in gold with LNG after leading for so long by so much. LNG have brute forced their way back into this game through a pair of fights and a Baron. And it starts with just Tarzan getting just absolutely deleted. And then, I don't even know how that blocks, but it counts, I guess. And then they keep the pressure on. Glacial Fissure finds Weiwei, and then Crisp goes down. Pretty much the only thing that you can argue LNG did wrong is this, and that's because they overstayed for a long-ass time. Look at the damage. Boom. And they want the Ori, not going to quite get it. They needed like one more auto probably, but you still take that. Drake goes down to Weibo Gaming despite all of this. It will be a 2-2 Drake split. But Zika takes out that top tier 2, and that is a very valuable play to say the least. Oh my god. These two teams. Weibo, it looks so secure. Just what the hell? It looked like it was going to be so certain. But LNG know their way around Weibo like the back of their hand at this point. They always have found Light out of position. Well, they found Tarzan out of position first last fight, obviously, as Tarzan was chunked by Zika. That's where the whole fight came from. But who did they jump in on? Well, Tarzan the other time. But again, Light. Get rid of that ADC because Ori only has burst damage. And if you get rid of Light and Breathe isn't there, there is no chance they can fight through the paranoia. That is such a well-played position. That is such a well-played position by LNG. Oh, Trying to catch out Hong. Hong just going to use the stomp. Zhao is scary. 3 items Kaisa. Okay. He's pulled the advantage back in his favor with kills. Jax doesn't have Sterix. Went for the Hourglass. We saw him use the arm guard last fight. Hourglass is viable on Jax. Very viable on Jax. Perfectly normal. Still very scary. Oh my god. Still working on LDR, or is it going to be? It's probably LDR. Can't really see it being a Mortal. Unless they're really that scared of Zika. Maybe. But they still need to claw themselves out of this hole. They gotta rely on Xiaohu. He is the entire gold advantage that they could own. The only gold advantage they could come up with. As it is a 1,500 gold lead for LNG right now. Xiaohu has been the savior of this team. He will have to remain the savior of the team. Because both of these mid laners have been playing very well this series. Obviously, they're kind of their guy. They're kind of the core of both of their teams in this case. But we're gonna need to see something from Xiaohu that you don't normally see from an Orianna, and that is carry. Ori does a lot of damage, but front-loaded damage with minimal backload, with some backloaded damage to keep the fight going. But they need light, they need breathe. It's just been so hard to keep them in these fights that doesn't result in them blowing up and dying or being just completely cut off from it. As Scout's gonna be able to shred through this team. They have 2 Merc Treads and Breed and Wit's End. That is all their magic resists. Otherwise, it is all armor because of the double 80 threats that LNG have. But Scout is starting to become a bit of an issue here. He has the Leandries as well, so these tank items are going to be huge. As there's Zika just not even worried, going to take this tier 2, and Enchanted Crystal Arrow gets burned up. Sundered Sky finish. The Jax is going to be very bulky. Going to be very, he's going to be tanky through the health manner. As Zika's just going to jump it on to breathe. He's just chunking him. He's dodging away from everything, and he's just going to stand there and survive. Forces out the Gnar ult. Could be just Drake's Soul pivot. Again, Soul Point on the line here. LNG can just pivot to it if not RNG, sorry, Xiaohu. If Weibo don't want to contest, he's going to just go in on breathe. He almost solo kills him. He's forced to flash out. But now, Light not anywhere nearby. Breathe needs to base and TP, but it's just not going to be in time. Zika has bought so much time for his team. Hong, again, sacrificed for the Baron. And Weibo, once again, have to just give over the Baron. And this one's through a split push, not even through a fight. If they go for the Drake Soul here, or Soul Point, Weibo can just, LNG can just answer eventually. Obviously, with the next fight. But they are just going to get this base push going. Scout gonna dodge away, and he's gonna lock down. Perfectly timed. And Gala's on a killing spree. Xiaohu on the flank. He's not spotted out, though. Oh, that actually was so bad for Weibo. That force from Weibo actually means that Breathe dies. Scout goes forwards, sees Breathe trying to wrap around on him, catches him out of the hop. He was waiting for the arrow, and once he saw it was coming in behind him, and he sees Breathe going for a flank, he just just jumps forwards and picks up the kill. And of course, Gala and Weiwei pile on to make sure that this guy is down. He was worth so much gold. And now it is a gigantic gold lead. It is a death cap. It is spooky hat for Scout here. He just teleports back into the sideline, keeps this wave pushing in with the Baron buff, as Zika is such a threat. Breathe has some damage here. He's going to have to be careful as they're jumping in onto Zika. Zika going to survive everything. He's just standing there, counter-striking everything. The arrow not going to connect. Zika's healing up, though. But there's the concussive blows coming in. He's going to enter the counter-strike, but he's going to eventually fall to light. It takes so damn long, though. Scout gets an inhibitor off of this play. And even when Zika dies, he stalls for so long. It took 4 people to kill him. The only person who didn't go to bot lane was Xiaohu. It took so long to kill him. And now you look at this 250 timer on the Ocean Drake, and you say, are Weibo going to be able to fight here? Down 4,500 gold. This is a 4-item. Kaisa has the sniper rifle ready with that Void Staff finished. This is a scary-ass or scary-ass Ahri. Nocturne can turn the lights off and just go forwards with his entire team anytime he wants now. It is all on the shoulders of Xiaohu. Light has the damage. But is he going to be able to survive anything? He has no burst survivability. He is relying on Crisp and Xiaohu peeling the hell out of him right now to survive these plays. But it's Zika. May I remind you. This Zika is, I mean, you have Zika, Weiwei, Gala, and Ha. I mean, all 5 members, honestly, are going to try and jump onto you in some capacity. Gala and Scout may be maybe a little more reserved or calm about it, but they are still just going to full send onto your ADC and so in your mid laner. Like, they are going to full send onto your team comp to make sure somebody dies and that you're left with tanks and a Gnar. That is so much damage. That's through the Celestial. Gala's just such a problem. 3-0-2. He hasn't even been involved. He's only got 50% KP. Like, Weiwei's been involved in every single kill. And Zika's been involved in most of them. Hung has been the sacrificial lamb for the Baron for the most part, more than he's actually been involved in these plays. But it just feels like this team is playing. I mean, this team is playing very well, as it is a minute to Drake. They are just waiting. They are just lying in wait. Any potential play can just be answered so easily by LNG. Xiaohu gonna try and push out this top wave. Salvage something. Do Weibo want to fight for Soul here? Because next fight is going to be the Baron fight. Can they stall it? It's 53 seconds till Baron. Can they stall out this Drake play? Zika is just waiting for Breathe to make a misstep. He's going to have his team pop up. Breathe just dodging away from the charm there. The arrow dodged. Barely dodged there. Zika and Scout both hug the wall. They don't mess it up either. They position it well. Tarzan, half his health is gone. And Breathe, going to be unmega'd now. They need Xiaohu to find the engage. They can't even get over the wall. They're just going to have to give it over. They're going to give it over. It's going to be Soul Point no matter what next fight. Or next Drake, not even next fight. As the Baron is up in 5 seconds. Do LNG want to try and just blow this thing up? They have a wave pushing in top lane still. And they're going to start going for it. They're going to clear out this mid wave, get the push, and it's Baron o'clock. It's time to end the game if you're LNG. There's no reason. Actually, maybe not now, actually. There's no Mega Gnar available again. And he's going to keep the pressure on. Actually, Breathe can't get his reset off. Breathe can't get a reset. He can't buy. He can't teleport. As long as Zika keeps this pressure on, he's going to have to just wait. But Weibo, patience being the virtue. LNG don't want to make any rash decisions. Rash decisions cost you games at this point, as Hong has to start backing off. Arrow not going to connect again. Light, these haven't been hitting recently. Crisp is getting chunked down. No, Gala's W. Void Seeker, I believe, is way faster by design. Because if it wasn't, that would just be disgusting. If Ash's ulti was that fast. Speed, it increases speed. Okay, 1500. 2100. 1750. It has a higher average or higher speed, but not higher peak speed. Yeah, it starts slower because, again, Void Seeker is a normal ass ability that pretty much only gives you a jump in. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is gigantic. That too. Have Weibo started the Baron? They will. They're going to start shredding it down. The vision is there, though. Enchanted Crystal Arrow available. If anyone wants to jump in, the teleport coming in from Zika now. The arrow doesn't connect. It's going to connect onto Zika, but here's the jump in. Scout, they're going to lose the Baron, but can they win the fight? Gala is down. There goes Hog. There goes everyone on LNG. They lose the Baron. They lose the fight. Weibo have found the angle. And again, mispositioned, misplayed. And Weibo don't even worry. The push begins, and the march down the base will start now. And it is all over. Weibo Gaming, I think, for the first time this year, will win a Game 3 against LNG, and they are going to match point. One win. One win is all Weibo need to knock out their regional rivals and make it 3-0 against them in the playoffs. They take them out in spring, they take them out in summer, and they're looking to do just that in the world's knockouts. Holy cow, LNG. Throw of a lifetime again. Call it game 1 because they inted hard in the late game. They gave Baron and they just did not prepare for it. They did not prepare for Final Baron. And that's going to haunt them. Because if they lose this series, they're going to go back to game 3 and say, this was our game. This should have been our win. And we gave it over. We gave them the win for no reason. We mispositioned on the final fight. Or we misexecuted the final fight and just cost ourselves this entire set. And now Weibo sit once again match point against LNG. They're 2-1 in best of 5s on the year. And the only one LNG won was a sweep. LNG has not won a series where, of their 2 best of 5 or 3 best of 5s, the only one they won was the one where Weibo didn't win a single game. Otherwise, anytime both teams have won, LNG have faltered. They 3-2'd both times, and Weibo maybe want to make it 3-1 because, 3-2s are kind of stressful. You like your games to be nice and clean, and this series has not been nice or clean at all, but it's maybe time. Who knows? It might be time for Weibo to close this out, but can LNG keep this series alive and send us to the first Silver Scrapes of the tournament in another matchup between these two? We'll have to see as Weibo are looking to close it out, but LNG want to go one more game. I'll see you for game number 4. And it is almost time for game number 4. Weibo once again come back to win game number 3. And they showed us I mean, if you saw the gold graph, it is an iconic LPL gold graph of boom, boom, boom. Iconic LPL gold graph, of course, of int, of first int, second int, third int. Or, well, I guess it was first int, second, third int. But it's iconic for a reason. Kalista Skarner are going to be the bans again, though. As Skarner has been pretty much denied since game one. Or after game one. Tarzan had one good game, and let's just say LNG have not been wanting to see it anytime soon. This Rumble has been taken away from Zika all 3 games. Silas is going to be taken away from Scout for the second time. Actually, might even be the third time. Nar going to be the final ban. Breathe going to play something new for game 4. And this means Aurora Yone are on the table. And if you remember, LNG won the Aurora Yone sweepstakes or duel to the death or fate of the something. I don't know. And it's just going to be the trades. Scout going to be back on the Yone. Duel of the Fates. God damn it! It should just be an Aurora lock-in. Maybe an Aurora R2 if you really are feeling it. But it's just... It would just... Gonna be... Wait, what? It's gonna be Breathe back on the Jax for the first time since game 1? No. Oh, Zik on both Jaxes. Okay, I thought Breathe got him. No. I knew it was gonna be R2 if anything. They just wanted to try and get Breathe something first. I feel there's been no Renekton though after. Dusty. No. No, it went so poor. Actually, it's not Jannar this time, though. That's the thing. Surely it can't go worse. Renekton going to be the lock-in for Zika, and that's going to be a Sejuani matched with it as well. And this is another go-forwards comp from LNG that we've seen go back and forth. It's been an up and down journey, to say the least. Gotta wipe down this. Ezreal going to be locked in for Light here. So the first game off of... Take it away from Gala, and it's going to be the first game off of Ashe for Light this series. There you go. Sorry, I had to wipe down my glasses. I got crap all over. What the hell is that? Kaisa, taken away from Gala, was a big threat last game with it, even though they did end up losing. Gala was a problem to go with. Braum going to be taken away here. Works really well with the Ezreal on top of it, and Crisp played very well on the Braum in game 3. And Light playing the same champ, finally gonna have to switch it up. Hit skill shots. He had some pretty good arrows, so I'll give him that. Ashe taken away from Gala here. And oh, good. Rex. Leona taken away from Crisp here. And they're gonna get the Rakan. That is a nice play there. Already a really good comp here. It's just gonna be up to what they want in the jungle. They don't have AP. But there's no Ziggs. And it's gonna be the Jhin. And now this is actually going to be really easy for Weibo to itemize into, at least. They should go for a tank jungle, obviously. Because that would be the one to do. Best one, probably. Let me check my... I was supposed to charge it. Maokai going to be the final lock-in. It's a 0 AP comp from LNG. I think it's going to be very counterable. Oops. It's going to be a little too counterable. But they had to go with the Yaone. Weibo already going to break my bracket. Damn it. I'm thinking maybe Weibo do it again. But I didn't believe. This is my reward. This Jin, he was a good Jin in game 2. No, game 1. It was going well. Again, it was going well. It's like been the narrative for LNG this series is it's going well until it stops going well. Like they'll find all the advantages they want and they'll still blow it. And they need to stop doing that, not only for my pick'ems, but if they want to keep going on in the World Championships, as there's only one game, there's no more games of error. Your next game loss is your tournament, is your year finished. There's no lower bracket here. There are no second chances. You need to win back-to-back games to save your season, to keep your run at the World Championships alive. This would, I believe, be the deepest LNG has ever gone in the World Championships, and they need to find, like, they want to do it. As Game 4 is underway, Weibo want to finish the job. Yes, this would be the deepest run. Their previous run, this is already the deepest Worlds run they've ever had. They were 3-0'd by T1 in 2020, last year, yeah. I just wanted to make sure, because I remember 2020 or 2021, they had a weird... But last year, they got 3-0'd in the quarters. That is the furthest they've ever gone. They've already surpassed that, but going one game deeper is not really that much better than... Like, that is not enough. Second most wins at Worlds, tied with Deft, and you look at the names, those are really big names to be up there with. Ruler's not even here. Whoops. Yeah, you know who to blame for that one. But, I mean, sorry, what? There's a team called... Okay. Oh, I mean, you look at those three names, those are world champions, as Xiaohu getting another aggressive trade here with Zika and Scout. It's just game 1 all over again. You look at those players, Ruler, Deft, Faker, all of them have won Worlds now. As of 2023, or as of 2022, thankfully. You're the only one up there who hasn't. As Teleport coming in, and he's going to be breathed down here. He's chilling for now as Crisp needs to make his rotation. Like, Zhao finally needs to add that jewel to his crown. Also, between those players, again, between all three of those players he's tied with, both of them, MSI and world champions on top of it. Xiaohu has won. Xiaohu should have the advantage as Scout is having to run. He's going to flash into the river. Again, Scout just losing this Aurora Yone matchup. But the thing that he did different was he survived. He did not die a single time in this matchup in game number 2. And that meant that we were thriving. Also, his side selection decided by coin flip still. Come on. They went 3-0 and you give them coin flip side selection? As Light gets knocked down. Chunked out by the Ezreal should be perfectly fine here. This Renekton just having to tough it out. Jax will be fine. Breathe, fine. As Weiwei and Tarzan have found each other, and Zika jumping in onto Light. He's gotten the level 4, but Light has the advantage still. Weiwei's here, level advantage over Tarzan. Pressure on. He's just gonna stand here. As long as he's there, Tarzan has to just wait. They'll spot him out eventually. As they know he's left. Xiaohu. He's gonna land. The W hits both sides. Are you kidding? That's crazy. But Weiwei just hits the Q through the across the veil as well, through the invisibility, and the flash forced out of Xiaohu now. Light is going to be perfectly fine with making Zeka or Gala miss all this XP, all this gold going down, as Hong is just all alone here. Xiaohu is, or Weiwei is watching as what's happened. I mean, he's holding for so long. The XP is here. He's going to miss out on some gold, but just able to keep that going along for long enough. I mean, holds the wave and only drops 2 minions despite Crisp and Breathe putting on some pretty heavy pressure. Breathe didn't even threaten or pretend to try and engage. He was just there saying, it can happen. That's all he needed to do there, so it's fine. Scout is in bit of a rough position. He's only 2 CS down, though, so very much in a 8. Hong spotted out. He doesn't know that, but they know Hong is up here. Crisp gonna rotate up. The Void Grubby's going to be the targets here. 2 plates already down in this bot lane thanks to the lane swap. Or, yeah, thanks to the lane swap. That's right. They kept Gala down there. I keep mixing it up. This is not at all like level, or at all like game 2. This is game 1 light. Game 1 with less intake from LNG early phase. From less Renekton pain games. Light has level 6, which just means that Gala has to respect it. But LNG have started this. They just want to get 1 grub. Zika is here. Scout is not. 1 grub is huge. In the position that LNG are in, 1 grub is a gigantic play. Zika's coming over the wall. He's going to get spotted out. As he has the ulti. He's just waiting for someone to follow him. And finally, Tarzan gonna flash away. It's gonna be first blood secured. And Zhao, who follows it up with another. Weibo's fight is too perfect. And that means that LNG give over a lot. Weiwei's gonna have to try and find a way to execute. And it will be the execute secured. 2 kills for Weibo. In a very lost grub fight means a 1,500 gold lead to the team on match point. Just so a nice blind hook from Hong there. Just almost got it. Scout going to grab a turret plating in the bot lane. And they get the grub, but this fight is just not coordinated well. They're fighting in the pit. Zik is taking so long to go over the wall. He's waiting for the flash. He spends that whole time waiting for flash to come over, but he's locked down. So why is he not just going in? Could have just tried to get damage down. Maybe even force the flash out of Tarzan. You don't need to worry about him flashing following. You could just kill the people in the pit. I feel like LNG overcomplicated the play there. Yeah, LNG just kind of overcomplicate things on that play. And this is really odd, to say the least. Should be first Drake over pretty convincingly as well to Weibo Gaming. There's just no chance. And hell, are going to contest this. No doubt. It'll take a little bit. Make it though. Maybe we'll see the team fights come through, but that is really what it took for them to win game 2. Even though they were behind for game, it just took a team fight. As Breathe gets locked down, but Scout going to get spotted out now. Breathe started playing pretty safe there. Scout was not showing mid. They just assumed that he was going topside because of the way things were going. Look at where bot is. Look where top was. Top was a bit more aggressive. They knew. Getting out to Hong for a decent amount of damage, but not really enough to scare him, and it didn't even hit the wave. Scout still waiting on that Bork. Way spotted. You know? Doesn't know. I mean, he only saw the jungle pen if he can. And now they know, as there's the jumping on to Breathe. And he's won. He's gonna survive with the flash. The counter strike is enough. They're gonna get the dive. They're not going to. They don't know where Crisp is. They don't know where Tarzan is. Nope, Crisp not gonna make it in time. Good stall there by Weibo. But Breathe just survives by the skin of his teeth. That could have been something. Just getting anything for LNG. Just want this early advantage. They can't find it. Grubs started. They need all 3, but that's the jumping onto Hong immediately. Going out. Hong. No ulti until now. He's just fighting Crisp, though. He could just root him up and leave. As LNG just waiting. Hong dodges away. Crisp flashes out. Crisp finds the kill eventually. And the stun connects. Not really working out. Scout is here. As there's the Between Worlds. Xiaohu is going to kill off Weibo. Gala's low. Forced to run. It is 4-0 for LNG. Or for Weibo Gaming. It's going to be 5 grubs over to them. They got the Void Mites. They've got a lot of things going in their favor right now. Weibo Gaming are just cruising in game 4. Breathe is just beating Zika over the head right now. The Jax has been such just an essential champion to LNG's game. And this Renekton is not doing a damn thing on the Rift. It's just so frustrating at this point for LNG. Like, not because of like anything. No, it's frustrating to watch them play because they shouldn't be playing like what are they doing? Not even the game execution. Why are you drafting Renekton still? It has not worked, like, at all consistently throughout the World Championships. Why are you not drafting Nocturne or Orianna when you can? Oh, this wraparound's going to be lethal. Breathe is baiting him in, and now Xiaohu has to run. Tarzan just going to go for the punch. They can't dive him. He's going to get the Dominus out, though. And Weibo is down here. They get what they want out of it immediately. As there's the jump in. Xiaohu gonna get locked down. He's able to jump away to safety, but the entire wave is down. But it's Breathe teleporting in. Zika falls to Xiaohu. And Tarzan gonna get depth charge. He's gonna get locked down. This curtain call is not gonna be the end of anybody. Breathe goes low. But there goes Hong. Crisp in. Hong trying to do what he can. And it will be a 1-for-1 eventually. Scout is here to cover. but it is a 2-for-1 in favor of Weibo Gaming. Tarzan's going to get locked down here as Zika is making his way back. The root comes through, and they're going to need to root him down, stun him up. Tarzan falls to Gala, and that's your win con right there. Already discovered, but it is going to be a mountain to climb. 0-2, 0-3-1, and 0-2 on Zika, Weiwei, and Hung, respectively. It is going to all be on Gala and Scout. Zika already dead. And then Tarzan's just really tanky, and they're trying to lock him down. The curtains are just opened to be some pressure, and there's no killing here. There's no way he kills with this yet. He has one item. And then this dive, Xiaohu forced to back off. They get Weiwei. In the end, Tarzan will pick up the kill. Breathe under the turret. Nice kill. And then the chase down onto Tarzan is there, but it is not a really clean or good looking play. It is a catch up play from LNG at best. Xiaohu 3-0-2 has 5 out of the 6 takedown, or has been a part of the 5 of 6 kills that Weibo have picked up in this game, and everyone is ahead on the side of Weibo Gaming. It's just not happening. It is so uncoordinated, so poorly planned from LNG. Weibo know exactly how they want to play, and they are executing to a T. They'll get the first turret by a couple seconds, as it is a near 3,000 gold lead right now for Weibo. Just gonna lie and wait for LNG to make a play or Weibo to make a play, because Weibo are not feeling the pressure that LNG want to put on them. The 3,000 gold advantage, what are they doing? What are they going to do? Because they are relying on this Jhin, they are relying on this Yone, and there's no mixed up damage. So it's going to be plated seal caps across the board. It's going to be probably a Randuin's from 2 or 3 people. It's just a very dangerous game that LNG are playing right now, because they are probably nearing the limit of what is reasonable for them in this game. Scout potentially found Tarzan. Xiaohu's here. If Xiaohu wants to ulti in, Tarzan flashing away the Nature's Grasp, but not going to connect. And that's the curtains open. Breathe, jumping onto Gala. But there's the cleanse coming through. But Breathe has the damage. And now they're cleaning up LNG. Going forwards. They're going to lose Breathe, possibly. Nope. Finally gonna fall to the Dominus AoE, but Zika is trying to sidestep it all, but you can't sidestep auto attacks light. 3-0 in this game now, joining Xiaohu. It's gonna be a tier 2 for Weibo Gaming, and it's gonna blow this gold lead up to nearly 5,000 in favor of Weibo. And it is disaster after disaster for LNG in this one. Weibo Gaming, notable 4th place finishers. Last year made finals from 4th, and this year they're gunning for the repeat. It starts with a catch out onto Tarzan. This curtains call was kind of ambitious. And Breathe is just going forwards. And flash for flash here, he already got the auto off. And then just jumping forwards. They're going to have 2 survivors. And Scout instantly bails. Zika tries to sidestep. It's only a matter of time. He sidesteps everything to get the kill to Xiaohu, but Weibo Gaming are just crushing LNG under their heel right now. As, Zika already getting chunked out. Rift Herald goes down. Look at the damage numbers. Just so many members of Weibo are problems for LNG. That's going to be the tier 2 down in all lanes but mid. And they're going to keep the push going. They want to clear out this wave. They want to get another Shelly crash. And they will. Smite comes through. Just enough damage, actually. But even then, what does that do? It delays. It just stalls, really, as it's slowly creeping into the realm of unwinnable. That's a 2-item Ezreal. Going to upgrade his Manamune as well. Should be 3-item Zhao, or 3-item Aurora whenever Zhao gets a base. Going to Sterak's on Breathe. It is just so difficult. And then he's gonna get Zanya's. That's gonna buff him even more, because that's so much stats. So many stats and the active. Why is this item allowed to be so good? I thought Stasis was gonna be enough. Stasis could be its own item immediately, as Tarzan stole it. Just nothing is going the way of LNG. And you can see where this gold lead is going. It's the largest gold lead for Weibo all day. Their other 2 wins, I mean, that's what, maybe 1,000 gold advantage and then 3,000 gold advantage at the point of the win. LNG did have 8,000, so they got a ways to go. But they are 5K ahead right now. Largest lead of the entire day for them. It's on Jhin. It's still on this Jhin. Just no one else really going to be able to do as much. It's going to be Scout. Actually, it's going to be Yone and Jhin. Scout and Gala have so much pressure on them to perform here. Zik has accidentally found Breathe, and I think he didn't really want to. Oh, that's already a Randuin's. Yeah, Randuin's 2nd item for Tarzan. It's just such an advantageous. It's just such a legitimately, if you don't buy this item, you are griefing this game. 2 crit champions that want, and 2 champs that want to dive onto you. Oh, wow. Fearless. Just such a painful experience for LNG right now. They're going to have to deal with that crit reduction, as they both, as Scout and Gala, want to go crit, obviously. And then this Renekton's just not doing anything at all right now. Everyone's ahead of you, and you are just trying to tread water and keep up. Wait, spotted out by Crisp. The duel of the ADCs is thoroughly won right now. Like, Light is massively in the lead. 1,000 ahead. And that's saying something, because they're even in CS. And Gala got resources put into him. Light was just left to farm. Was just farm topside. You'll be safe against this Renekton. 3-0-1 on the game right now. 2 and almost 3 items. Jhin, 2 items. 2-1-2. It's not a bad performance from either of these ADCs. It's just the rest of the team needs to show up. And it has not been there, sadly, for Gala. It's just not really been the play. Scout and Gala have not had the follow-up, the support of the team, or the reinforcements of the team as often. As Light and Xiaohu and Breathe is just his own, he's just his own player at this point. He's off to do whatever he wants. No one can contest him. They're all AD. They're either all AD or they're tanks, which means they can't do anything besides auto attack for the most part. Scout has Q. I don't know if Q is blocked by dodge. Just where are Weibo? Like, how are you supposed to beat this Weibo comp right now? There's just not a ton you can do to really fight this comp on even footing. Especially when they're just playing passive. and just waiting for their moment to strike. Take this win because it is one fight win, and Weibo could potentially end this game. Weiwei is very concerning. There you go. Crisp able to dodge away from Scout's attempt of an engage. Xiaohu has a stasis on his side. We're still waiting for Light to finish this upgrade to his item. Or finish buying his third item here. Should be the spear. That is a mortal reminder second item. And that is going to be the Baron started by Weibo. A Scout is just going to spot this play out. He's going to hit something, get some poke down. But they're just getting zoned. Crisp and Xiaohu are such an efficient frontline duo right now. As Breathe standing up front. And the curtains open. Gala not going to commit to them as Breathe is going low. But there's the true shot barrage. There's the Between Worlds. Weiwei forced to flash away. And that's going to be Breathe picking up that one. Xiaohu actually claims it. 4-0 on the game. Breathe is not taking enough damage. Hong flashes away from the counter-strike. But they need a lot more. The damage is not there for Gala or for Zika. It's only one, but it's a 3-for-1 in favor of Weibo Gaming already. Gala and Scout running, trying to escape, salvage something out of this game as Crisp and Light are hunting them down. Scout is not going to be able to get out to safety. He's going to have to find a clutch to get out of here, but he's not going to. Xiaohu's here, and Light picks up his 6th kill of the game, and it feels like it's over. Just waiting. Gala, again, can't commit to this curtain call. This ulti is so good, locking down everyone. They're trying to just get the damage down, but they don't have any damage anymore. As Hong flashes backwards Hex flashes backwards. As the Baron is just getting shredded. Weiwei is going to jump in onto Xiaohu here. 3,000. He has no smite. He has no health. Weiwei will fall to Breathe. The Baron secured by Weibo Gaming. And they'll be able to get away at least only 2 members down. But it is Weibo Gaming up 9,000 gold. It is a near unsummitable mountain at this point, surely. 3.5 item Ezreal. We're going to see a 3 item Aurora here. Already 3 item Jax. It is all over. It's all pretty much over. The only thing it's just not over in game. It is over in every other facet except in the actual game. And it's not going to be the fun kind of finale we've seen over the past 2 games where it was a complete chaotic fight to get there. There's going to be no Scout split pushing and teleporting back to save LNG. There's going to be no big Baron fight that allows Weibo to end. It is just going to be a slow, methodical march down LNG's base to finish this game. As maybe Hong has found something. As there's the lockdown onto Tarzan, but there's the Between Worlds. Xiaohu chunks out Weiwei. Weiwei at least able to get the ulti off, but Chris is going forward. Hong is already going to fall. Gala has no more damage. Light has plenty of it. 7 kills to him. Scout, huge ulti with Zika. Have they found it? It's a triple kill for Scout. Xiaohu on the back end is cleaning up with Breathe. 2v2 to save the season for LNG. And Weibo are just going to leave it at that. They take a lot of the base. And they're going to give gold over to Scout and Zika, but they are going to take a lot in return. And it looks so bad for Weibo Gaming. Oh my goodness. Just starting off terribly. Everyone's getting shredded. Look at the damage. Scout's at half health already. He does dodge most of the engage from Crisp. And then Gala, that's your ADC. And it just feels so bad. But then the chase over the wall into Zika. 3-man Q3. 3-man fate sealed. And Scout prints money for himself. And maybe there is an angle for LNG, but Weibo. Oh, no. Oh, no. They thought they had it, and Scout and Zika just say no. They say, we want to keep this going. It's an 8,500 gold deficit still. Scout, I don't think is based yet. As blank teleports, crit, item, finished. IE power spike is online for Scout. He's got the jump onto Breeze. Breeze has the jump onto him, though. As the root going to connect onto 2 tanks. Scout already so low, able to Q3 away to safety. Nice depth charge. Scout needs to find a lot. He finds 2 with the fate seal, but it's not going to matter. Weibo Gaming are just too damn fed. They will finish this game 10,000 gold up. Gala, the final hope for leading gaming, gets flash Q autoed on. And it's a triple for Breathe. And Weibo can take a breath of relief as they will take out LNG, and they will go back to the semifinal as the 4 seeds do not care what you think of them. They have swept aside much more difficult, much stronger opponents than Leaning Gaming. And Weibo make it look so damn easy. They crush LNG under their heel in games 2 and 3. And it really took a miracle for LNG to take even one of those games. And it is all she wrote. Scout, there is no second championship in your future for now. As LNG go home early. Way earlier than most would have expected. 3-0 in the Swiss stage, 4-0 in the Swiss stage overall entering today, and it's for nothing to get blasted by Weibo Gaming, and that is painful for LNG. But Weibo change out the top laner, they trade junglers, and it is Weiwei who falls short in the war of the jungle swap. They got Scout back just before Worlds, but it's just not enough. They didn't look like they were on the same page with each other for most of the tournament, or for most of the series. And LNG get upset thoroughly by Weibo Gaming. And once again, shades of 2023. Weibo Gaming make it into this make it to the knockout stage on the last day of the tournament. Or the last day of the Swiss stage. They make it into the knockouts. They face an even tougher opponent. Last year, they drew NRG and they swept them. They almost swept. They really should have swept this series. It was one team fight that they misplayed that cost them a sweep. They could have went 6-0 in quarterfinals, and it just wasn't enough. And now, like, this is an unreal performance already. Weibo have punched their ticket to the semifinals. Oh my god, how on earth do they do it? LNG, it is another disappointing season. They went slightly further than they did last year, but it's just not enough. And now, Weibo Gaming await the winner of tomorrow's game. HLE, BLG, it could be the rematch of not only the LPL Finals, but a rematch of last year's semis where Weibo pull it out in 5 just to snip the, not even champions, the 2nd seed at the time. They can just barely snip the wings off of BLG to punch their ticket to grand finals, and they'll have to do it again one way or another. It's either you take down the Korean champions for the first time, or you take down the current LPL champions who beat the brakes off of you this season. May I remind you? BLG, or oh, it wasn't even BLG, not the LPL champion. God, I keep thinking they're the LPL champions. They aren't. They have not faced BLG in the playoffs, have they? No. Okay. No, they did. Clapton Spring. Rest in peace. Yeah, they got clapped in spring by them. 3-0. They have not faced them. I thought it was a rematch. No. Is JDG? No, this is 2023. Why am I on 2023? No, hold on. Yeah, they are the champions. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait. Hold up. Yeah. Ass blasted. 6-0'd by this team. Jeez. Okay, it's worse than I thought. Sorry, I went to 2023 Worlds and I was looking at 2023. No. BLG blasted these guys. 6-0 in back-to-back sets. So, it's a tough spot to be in. But for Weibo Gaming, it is a satisfying feeling to take out LNG, and they're going to make it 3 for 3 in the elimination phase of a tournament, or in the knockouts, as they take them out of spring playoffs before top 4. They take them out of top 4 in the summer playoffs, and now they have knocked them out of championship contention once again as they kick them out of Worlds. And now they await a tough opponent, either the Korean champions or the Chinese champions, who they have yet to beat in a best of 5 this year. But that is it for today. I've been Boxing MT. This has been the kimchicast. I will see you tomorrow for Hanwha Life Esports versus Billy Gaming, the battle of the 1 seeds from the LPL and LCK. One went 3-1. The other went 3-2, so both of these teams, something to prove, but only one of them can prove that they are worthy of lifting the Summoners Cup. And we'll find out tomorrow who it is, because I will see you tomorrow for the next best of 5 of the World's quarterfinals.